Forwards Boris Kachuk, Andy Andrioff, and Corey Conacher with Eddie Pasquale in net tonight for the Crunch. 15th game of the year for Eddie. He is 9-3-2 with a 2.76 goals against average and a 9.04 save percentage. Syracuse wearing their alternate orange jerseys for the first time this season. It's the orange jersey with the blue pants and the white numbers. Comets in the visiting white jerseys. Crunch from left to right, Comets from right to left. Andy Andrioff wins the opening faceoff. We are underway in Syracuse. A shot from the neutral zone is hammered in on goal, stick to side by Kubikov and directed out of play. So we have an immediate faceoff coming up in the offensive zone for the Crunch. And there'll be a quick discussion. Cameron Gauntz discussing with his teammates on the ice what the Crunch want to do on this faceoff in the right wing circle. Andrioff, Conacher, and Kachuk the line for Syracuse. Andrioff in a bit of a scoring slump for the Crunch. 5 games without a point for Andy. Having a very good year, though, here in Syracuse. Faceoff is one back to the right point. Calfoot winds, flicks it into open ice, left wing corner, and behind for Kachuk, beneath the goal line. Had a couple of good plays near that crease in the last few games for the Crunch. Here's a puck that comes back towards the Comets' crease, and it is covered by Kubikov. 20 seconds into the opening period. Comets are playing the middle game of a 3-3 series. So the Comets electing not to play number 1 goaltender Thatcher Demko, who has not played yet against the Crunch this season. Missed the beginning portion of the season with a concussion sustained in the preseason. So he did not play in each of the first 2 matchups. He had a great season last year against the Crunch. 9 games, face-off win by Syracuse. Hubert Labrie has it. Quick pass middle. Verhaeghe shoot, save, rebound loose. No, it's covered by Kubikov. Dumont swept behind as if the puck had come free, but Kubikov had it. He gets a quick little grin against Kubikov. Dumont has a big smile on his face right now. Everyone chuckling. I don't know if what Dumont saw or thought he saw or hoped he might have seen behind Ivan Kubikov, but it was never there, and puck was held, and now the faceoff is sent down the ice by the Comets. Down to track it in the defensive zone is Ben Thomas, who swings it up the far boards for Carter Verhaeghe. Outlets it for Dumont. Here comes Syracuse again. The lead pass tipped in by Taylor Radish. Stopped quickly by Brisebon. It's back out to the red line. Ben Thomas dumps it in. It goes off of the linesman. Delayed offside is White. And the Comets have possession. They get it to center. It's a pass that comes across near side for Gabriel Dumont. Right wing boards. He turns back in the right circle, coming off a 2-assist game for the Crunch Wednesday night. Now Verhaeghe, right wing circle. Step, shoots, deflected, up out of play. Evan McEnany stepping in the way of that chance for the Crunch. Carter Verhaeghe has been on a great run. He's all of a sudden the Crunch's leading points producer. Leapfrogged over Corey Conacher after another multi-point performance. His 10th multi-point performance of the season for Carter Verhaeghe. Last year he only had 11. I say only, that's a lot. Second on the team, only behind Matthew Joseph, who had 12. But he is having a sensational season for the Crunch as Carter Verhaeghe. Ross Colton out here now with Alex Barry-Belay and Alex Volkov. Colton will take the right circle faceoff, wins it to Dominic Machine, shoots wide left. Puck in behind. Barry-Belay has a good start for the Crunch. Back to the center point, Valou. His wrist shot goes wide. Rebound out in front of poke on a goal by Volkov is covered by Kubikov. Good look again. Boy, the Crunch have swarmed the Comets in the opening minute at 11 seconds. They have their legs ready to go tonight. Not looking to fall behind once again. I mean, we've talked about the comeback ability from this Crunch team. 8 comeback victories already this season and 18 wins for the Crunch. You heard Ben Gruen count down to crunch time saying he doesn't want to make this something that continues and make a habit out of it. And the Crunch are knocking on the door early. Another faceoff tied up here, right circle. Alex Barry-Belay still on the ice. Kicked free by Ross Colton. Dug loose, now comes free again. Bottom of the circle, picked up by the Comets. Jagger Dirk clears it off the near glass. Down the left wing side, all the way into the Crunch's defensive zone. Dominic Machine lets it go through to Nolan Valou. Now it's up ahead for Alex Volkov. Near side, Alex Barry-Belay lifts this one up ahead. Down the left wing, finds Ross Colton. Left circle, shoots. Turned aside by Kubikov. Ooh, Colton got a hard hit in the boards by Dylan Blugis. Picked up behind by Alex Volkov. Back to the right point, Ben Thomas. Walks the blue, looks, wrist shot blocked in the middle. And it's out to the blue line. McMaster stepped in the way of that shot. He is hobbling towards the Comets bench. Finally, Utica's in the offensive zone for a very brief moment. Cruncher right back out to center. Here's Troy Bourke. On line with Olivier Archambault, who's back in the Crunch lineup after a couple of games as a healthy scratch. Dennis Jan completes the line for the Crunch. It's another takeaway by the Crunch in the offensive zone. Now a penalty upcoming against Utica, I think. A hook is the call. And 2:06 into the first period. Crunch haven't scored yet, but they are going to be rewarded with their good start with an early power play chance. No score, 2:06 into the first period. Crunch power play has gone through a bit of a sour patch here over the last couple of weeks. Only 2 power play goals of late. The Crunch power play, though, still best in the league at 26.9%. 2 for 11 in the series so far against the Comets. Comets penalty kill is 8th in the league. Andrew, Barry Belay, Verhaeghe, Conacher, and Gauntz for the Crunch power play. Utica wins the faceoff on the penalty kill, and it is hammered around by Darren Archibald all the way down the ice. And the Crunch have to start 200 feet from the target. Cameron Gauntz has it, wheels ahead from left to right, gets past his brother Brandon. It's up ahead for Alex Barry-Belay, cross ice left wing side for Verhaeghe. Gets there, centers, Barry-Belay across, Andrew shoots, it was blocked by Conacher. Back to the near circle, Conacher. Center point Gauntz, left wing side for Verhaeghe. Has space, delayed, shoots. Sticked aside by Kubikov. Near side rebound for Conacher. Rolls it into the corner. Andreoff gets shoved off by Cyphers. Barry-Belay gets in first in the left wing corner. Up ahead, a quick centering play by Verhaeghe, blocked. Rolls across the ice near side Conacher at the right circle. Near the hashes, now towards the corner. Conacher floats it to the center point Gauntz. Fakes a shot. Left circle Verhaeghe. Settles it down. Shoots. Got the glass. Rebound near side Conacher. Tracks it down and holds it at the right point. 50 gone to the power play. Near corner Barry-Belay. Right circle Conacher again. Down low for Barry-Belay in the trapezoid. Left side pass broke up. It comes right back to Barry-Belay. Out in front, it rolls into the high slot. There is Gauntz. Right circle Conacher. Down low Barry-Belay. Stick handles. Feeds it out in front. Gauntz fires a shot. Deflected just wide. Long power play shift for the Crunch. Verhaeghe left circle. The penalty killer's barely moving right now. 45 to go on the man advantage. Almost all of it in the offensive zone. Right side, Conacher flubs a one-timer. Oh, just missed on the rebound by Barry-Belay. And finally, the Comets get it down the ice. 35 to go on the Syracuse man advantage. A lot of possession. Maybe a shot on goal and a couple of near misses as well by the Crunch. Cameron Gauntz leads the rush. Lead pass up ahead. Boris Kachuk tries to sneak in behind the defense. He lost the handle, though, just over the blue line, and the Comets send it right back down. 20 seconds left on what has been a pretty good-looking Crunch power play, but has not converted. Now a near takeaway by the Comets on the forecheck. Reed Boucher, who's been a lethal player for the Comets this season, putting the forecheck on the penalty kill for Utica. Final 10 seconds of the Crunch power play. It's tipped down the left wing for Nolan Valou into the offensive zone. Gets there in the corner, rims it around the wall, near side Boris Kachuk. Power play is now over, near corner. Pass to the left circle, Valou has room, shoots, he scores! Nolan Valou gets his first goal with the Crunch, and Syracuse strikes first. 15:49 left in the first period. Finally rewarded with what has been a terrific start for the Crunch. It's 1-0. 15:49 left in the first period. Just after the power play expired, Nolan Valou from the left wing circle snipes one home over the catching glove of Kubikov, and Syracuse off to a great start tonight. First 6 shots of the game coming off of Crunch sticks, and they lead 1-0. Well, so much for those slow starts we've been discussing and the need for comebacks. Now, not saying that there won't be a need. Who knows, maybe the Comets get on a run here, but the Crunch have struck first on this Friday night. Right side, Archambault back in, delays into the slot. Left wing side, it's Labrie. Back down low, broken up. Into the near side corner. Labrie to the right point, Ben Thomas walks the line, shoots it wide past the near post. Troy Bourke on the forecheck, hits it for Dumont now. He is stripped along the boards, and the Comets are out of the zone. Sprinting ahead, Carter Banks feeds it left wing side. It's swept further by Arsenault. In behind the net, Archambault for the Crunch. Now Dumont takes it back into the head for Troy Bourke. He's down the left wing with some speed in the offensive zone. Late in the shift, though. Tries to get possession, but Dahlin took it away for the Comets. Near side, Arsenault approaching 5 minutes gone to the first period. 1-0 Crunch. Here come the Comets offside. Cam Darcy and Zach McEwen were a little ahead of the play. And so the Crunch had the 1-0 lead as Nolan Valou gets on the board for the first time this season. Talking with Ben Greer this morning, you heard him discuss the zeros across the board for some of the Crunch defensemen here this year. Dominic Machine got off the schneid yesterday with his first, Wednesday with his first goal of the season. Now Nolan Valou also gets his first. Comets are in the offensive zone. We have not said that at all here in the first period. They have not had more than a couple of seconds in the offensive zone at a time. Comets have it now. Comes out to the middle, though, and a chance for McEwen is blocked. Near side blue line, scrambling after it is Conacher. Crunch get possession. It comes up the middle for Boris Kachuk. Leaves it there for Nolan Valou. He tracks it down, but some pressure from Cam Darcy. Now it's whacked ahead, tipped in by Andreoff down the near wing. Brings ball back to play. 5.5 minutes gone to the first period. Crunch leading 1-0. Now a lead pass from the Comets up to the blue line. It is Archibald, carries in right wing side, backhand play, broken up in the middle and chipped across the ice by Taylor Radish kicked ahead by Carter Verhaeghe. He is shouldered by Cyphers in the far corner. Dahlin. Good hit there by Gabriel Dumont. Near boards, it's Radish on Brendan Gaunce. Gaunce poked off his stick by Radish, but he got it behind for Jesse Graham, who gets it out to the neutral zone. Near side, Dumont once again. Good pass, Radish, right wing side. Poked off his stick by Graham once again. Good play. Crunch had a mini 2-on-1 for a very brief moment. Syracuse holds the line. Dumont in the middle. He is pickpocketed from behind, though, by Gaunce. Great play by Brendan Gaunce as Dumont was twisting to take the shot. Now, Cameron Gaunce has it for the Crunch. Some brief pressure by his brother, and it's cleared back across to Cal Foote. Saucers it for Gaunce. He's under some quick duress, but backhands it out of the zone. Stopped by Tanner Kiro at the red line. And here is Reed Boucher, right wing side. Boucher, right circle. His shot is deflected by Cal Foote. Back out in front. It goes just off the near side of the net. Lucas Yashik has it now. Battle there against Cal Foote. Good play. The Crunch getting out of the zone. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Left side, Ross Colton. Chips it towards the left circle. Picked up here in the corner by Alex Volkov. Now Barry Belay shoots. Turned aside by Kumbakov. Ross Colton directs it back to the left point. Hubert Labrie. Right side, Ben Thomas. And now a whistle here. And a penalty for an interference is called. The net came off. I think this is going to be on the Comets. With 13:09 left in the first period, it's 1-0 Syracuse. And it looks like the Crunch are going back to the power play. We'll step aside back in a moment on ESPN Radio.
NyeAuto.com.
You clear?
You need a vehicle, or you thought about it. In order to make the best possible decision, shop outside and down the street dealers. Toyotathon is on at Nye Toyota in Oneida. Did you know that you can lease an all-weather RAV4 LE right now at Nye Toyota in Oneida for only $129? This is a beautiful brand new 2018 RAV4 LE, and right now through the new year, you can lease for only $129 a month. Come on, I mean, Nye Toyota is really making it as easy as possible for you to know that now really is the time. Or lease a brand new Toyota Highlander for only $199 a month. I mean, you spend more on your cell phone each month. Get your family ready this season with an all-weather gorgeous Toyota at the one place that you can truly save. Nye Toyota in Oneida. All right, roll that disclaimer. And for $4,404 due at signing. Please includes $2,250 lease bonus cash.
15 seconds.
2019 Toyota Highlander LE, $4,529 due at signing. Cap cost $33,768. Amount due at signing includes first payment, $650 acquisition fee. Tax DMV, $75 document fee extra. Zero security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. 15 cents a mile thereafter. Let's see my clients and have approved credit with Toyota Financial Services at Tier 1 Plus. Let's see responsible for all maintenance and repairs and excess wear and tear.
This is Syracuse Crunch Hockey on ESPN 97.7 and 100.1.
Back in Syracuse, 1-0 Crunch, 13:09 left in the first period. Dylan Blue just sits in the box for the Comets. So the Crunch are going to their second power play. They're 0 for 1. Had a very good-looking first power play, though, and they win the faceoff to begin this second man advantage. Carter Verhaeghe at the left wing circle. Stick handles, feeds it for Barry Belay. Flubs a one-timer, which deflects towards the right corner. Swept to the right blue line. There is Conacher to the center point. Gaunce. Left wing side. Verhaeghe again. Stick handles. Throws it across. Conacher's one-timer was blocked. And it's picked up by the Comets. They accelerate ahead looking for a 2-on-1. Conacher hustling back to make it a 2-on-2. It's sent out in front. Turned aside by Pasquale. The Crunch break ahead. Here is Verhaeghe with speed. Down the right wing. Sends it cross ice. Deflected away. Up the boards. And backhanded out of the zone by Carter Banks. Settled down by Andy Andrioff in the neutral zone. 40 seconds gone to the power play. 1-0 Crunch. 12.5 minutes to go in the first period. Barry Belay swings it around the boards to the left wing side for Carter Verhaeghe. Jab loose into the right corner. Barry Belay. Right point Conacher. Floats it across left side for Verhaeghe. Steps down low. Barry Belay out in front just off the skate of Andrioff and nudged out of the zone. Gaunce hustling back again for the Crunch. Stick lifted. Here comes Brendan Gaunce, right wing side. He's got a man across. Throws it out in front. Conacher deflects it away. Gets it up ahead. And here's a lead pass left wing side. Crunch are beginning a change on the power play. Cross ice. Conacher gains the line. Still on the ice. Right wing circle. Conacher back to the point. Nolan Valou walks it across. Too many men against the Crunch though. So that'll end the power play. Cal Foote had come on the ice and then try to get off the ice. Bad change on the power play for Syracuse. And so we'll skate 4-on-4. Crunch power play is 0 for 2. 11:56 left in the first period. That'll stymie some of the Crunch's momentum. 4-on-4 hockey with the Crunch leading 1-0. On an even strength goal by Nolan Valou. Ranish and Kachuk the assists for the Crunch. See who the Crunch send to the penalty box. No one is in there yet. And it is going to be Boris Kachuk who serves the penalty for the Crunch. So Kachuk will go into the box. And we'll skate 4-on-4. Comets have an offensive zone faceoff after the penalty against the Crunch. And they had something cooking again on that power play. Tanner Kiro in against Gabriel Dumont. Faceoff win by Kiro. Left point jerk across. One-timer is deflected towards the net. Not sure if Pasquale got his skate on it or not. It was a one-time attempt on Bourke, which his stick broke, and it's kind of a change-up on Pasquale. Meanwhile, the Crunch have possession. It's a lead pass to Alex Volkov, one-on-one. Accelerates left side, shoots, saved by Kubikov. Near side, Dumont hassles Jagger Dirk, and the Comets get away out to center. Right side, Boucher down the wing. Good hard hit there by Hubert Labrie. Boucher wants a penalty. Play continues. It's in behind the net. Picked up by the Crunch. Near side, it is a cross-ice pass to Labrie. He gets shouldered there by Boucher, then gets warded off nicely by Labrie again. Final seconds of the 4-on-4 that the Comets will go on the power play for the first time this evening. Into the defensive zone for the Crunch. Brandon Gaunce is there, swings it up to the vacated right point. It rolls out of the zone with now the Comets on the power play as Blue just comes out of the penalty box. Just over a minute to go on the Comets' man advantage. McMaster in the defensive zone now for McEnany for the Comets. Right wing side, it's Jesse Graham. Flings a puck in. It deflects off of a stanchion. Skips loose towards the middle. Settled down by Conacher. Overskated. Archibald takes it away for the Comets. Throws it across. McEnany left side. Down low looking for a deflection, but a good read by Cameron Gaunce. Directed it away, and it goes down the ice. 45 seconds to go on the Comets' power play. 1-0 Syracuse. 10:35 remaining in the first period. Shots read 8-2. Here's a lead stretch pass. Archibald was in behind the defense. Gets it at the right wing circle. Throws it across. Verhaeghe this time with a defensive play for the Crunch. Broke it up and cleared it all the way down. One-man play by Carter Verhaeghe. Final 25 of the Comets' man advantage. Utica begins the rush from the right side defensive zone. They go from right to left. And Jesse Graham gains the line for Utica and then rims it around to the left wing corner. Caro taps it behind. Hubert Labrie got there, got a stick on it, bounces in behind. Now Ben Thomas had it for a moment. The Comets get it back. To the right point, Graham. Left side, Brisebois. Shoots. Blocked by Labrie. Left wing side again. Trying to clear was Verhaeghe. He gets it out of the zone. Power play over for the Comets. Both teams have not scored yet on the man advantage. Cruncher 0 for 2. Comets 0 for 1. The latest, both are abbreviated power plays. Cruncher out at their own blue line defensive zone. Verhaeghe drops it off. They'll settle things down now. A lead pass is all the way down the ice. This will be an icing against the Crunch. 9:41 to go in the first period. And Syracuse holds on to a 1-0 lead. Folks, make the right decision. Insist on Karuba Collision, now serving the Syracuse area. Karuba Collision, the official collision repair provider of the Crunch. Face-off, left wing circle, offensive zone for the Comets. Crunch unable to change after that icing. It's a clean win by the Comets. Blue just shoots just wide. Hard wrist shot missing the near post. A former Crunch defenseman as the puck is cleared out of the zone. Jagger Dirk gets rammed there by Andy Andrioff. The puck is in the Comets' defensive zone now. It's lifted ahead through center, down the ice. Crunch changing nearly another sloppy change, but they do get it legally this time. Giveaway by Syracuse in the defensive zone. Calfoot takes it back for the Crunch, turns into the corner, shovels it ahead, knocked down again by a Comet, but picked up by Nolan Valou. He'll go far side, up the boards, past Blugis and down the ice. Scampering after Dennis Jan. Jagger Dirk just got ahead of him to get to the puck before Jan could. And the Comets come right back in transition. 9 minutes to go first period. Syracuse holds a 1-0 lead. On Nolan Valou's first goal of the season, Valou leads it ahead for Gabriel Dumont. Right wing side for Jan, broken up near the blue line. It's touched by Archambault. Offside Syracuse. We've got a timeout here with 8:50 to go in the first period. 1-0 Crunch will step aside. Back in a moment on ESPN Radio.
Delve in.
You clear.
Offers on select Audi models during this season of Audi sales event at Audi Cicero and Drivers Village. It's there you can experience the safety and sure-footed winter handling of Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive, an exhilarating drive in any season. There are generous season of Audi sales event offers and details towards the lease or purchase of select new Audi models at AudiCicero.com. Now, through January 2nd, Audi will pay a $750 credit towards the purchase or lease of a new 2018 Audi Q5 luxury SUV, a new 2018 Audi A4 sedan, or A5.
You got 30 seconds.
Purchase or lease. Learn more at AudiCicero.com. The best time of year to drive home your new Audi is now, so don't hesitate. The season of Audi sales event ends soon. Visit AudiCicero.com for the best current offers. Then test drive your favorite in person at Audi Cicero in Drivers Village.
WTLA North Syracuse, WSGO Oswego, W249BC Mattydale, W261AC Oswego, WTKWHD2 Bridgeport.
ESPN Radio. This is Syracuse Crunch Hockey on ESPN 97.7 and 100.1.
Back in Syracuse, 8:50 to go in the first period. The Crunch leading 1-0 on the goal from Nolan Valou. The Crunch had a terrific start to this game. The first 7 shots of the game coming off of Crunch sticks. The 6th one went in. That was Nolan Valou's. Loose puck near the blue line, carried in onside. No, offside. I thought Olivier Archambault came out of the zone before Dumont skated in, but I was wrong. Neil Fredrickson right on the blue line. Linesman called it, whistled it down. Crunch has seen a lot of Neil Fredrickson this season. He is a very familiar name for the Crunch. He's been a linesman, I would say, in a majority of the games this year for Syracuse. Certainly a local guy. He's done a lot of the games here in Binghamton, Syracuse, Rochester here this year. Along the near side boards, Troy Bourke gets it free for Archambault. Drop pass to the center point for Dominic Machine. Backhands it into the corner. Troy Bourke gets wedged off there. And it goes in behind where the Comets have possession. Cypher skates ahead, leads it left wing side for Arsenault. Arsenault deflects it in towards the left wing boards. Into the corner. Machine is after it. Carter Banks gets there for the Comets. Tied up now by Machine. Arsenault tries to sweep it through. He gets tangled up by Nolan Valou, though. And it comes back to the left point. Brisebois across the ice right side. One-timer was blocked by Olivier Archambault. Archambault's cross-ice pass comes to Dumont. Crosses up the middle. Left side Archambault. Stick handles to the left circle. As it poked off his stick, he gets it back, chops it back down low. Broken up by the Comets, taken back and swept across. Ross Colton fresh off the bench. Good for checking pressure, same with Alex Barry-Belay, but the Comets able to clear the zone. Hubert Lebré back along the blue line for Ben Thomas. Stick handles near the red. Lead pass to Alex Volkov. It bounced off of his stick right near his helmet. Gets possession back. Drops it to the right point. Ben Thomas winds. Shoots. Tipped. Stopped. Rebound right circle. Barry-Belay has space. Shoots. Glove save by Kubikov. There's a maze of legs out in front. Kubikov stayed right with it, made a good save. With 7:28 left in this first period, it is a 1-0 Syracuse lead. Glad you're with me on this Friday night. I'm Lucas Favali. First of back-to-back home games for Syracuse. First time since the early part of December, the 7th and the 8th. Crunch have played consecutive home games. They've been on the road for the last few weeks. Clean face-off win to Cal Footy. Shoots, tipped, a save! Left pad stopped by Kubikov as Volkov got a piece of it in the slot. Kubikov barely had a chance to react to the deflection, but he made a good left skate save. Crunch still lead 1-0. Here come the Comets. It's Gauntz down the left wing against Cal Foot. Brendan Gauntz centers, jammed just wide by Dahlin. Dahlin goes back to Gauntz, right wing circle. Cross ice broken up by Barry-Belay, but it comes to Jagger Dirk. Swept back beneath the goal line. Cameron Gauntz is there, gives it away in behind. Brendan Gauntz right side, shoots, saved by Pasquale. And the rebound is flung out of the zone by Alex Barry-Belay. Will it make it for an icing? It is waved off. Shuffleboard play successful by the Crunch. Now a giveaway by the Comets in the neutral zone, but it's a delayed offside right now against Syracuse. Sandy Andrioff was putting on the pressure, so the Crunch couldn't quite carry in. Now they circle back, and it's dumped in by Ben Thomas. After it is Boris Kachuk. Over his skates, it stumbles along the near boards as well. And Reed Boucher has it, finds an outlet play to Jamie Cyphers. Cyphers, the righty shooting veteran defenseman, hammers the puck in. Offside, though, against the Comets with 6:28 remaining in the first period of the Crunch, leading 1-0. Folks, sign up today for the Dunkin' app and start earning rewards through DD Perks. Plus, receive exclusive offers and skip the line with on-the-go mobile ordering. Sign up today and see why America runs on Dunkin'. They send the faceoff to the center ice logo here, and Gabriel Dumont will take it against Tanner Kiro. Reed Boucher scampering in early from the near wing, and so Kiro gets tossed. And Lucas Yashik will step in. And the faceoff is won by Yashik, played near side for Boucher. Ladles it up ahead, looking for Yashik, but it was out of his reach. Played by the Crunch. Far side, Verhaeghe gets picked up by Boucher. Boucher's having a terrific season for the Comets. You heard Ben Guru allude to him in countdown to crunch time as well. He's got points in 19 of the 23 games that he's played for Utica this season. He's been terrific and a dangerous player on the ice at all times. Kiro, left wing pass comes to Boucher. Out of his reach, though. Up the boards, Ben Thomas looking to get it out of the zone. Yasha kept it alive for the Comets. Now it comes out of the zone. Here is a lead pass, 3-on-2 for the Crunch. Dumont, Radish, and Verhaeghe. Dumont for Radish, right circle. Has space across. Tipped in, they score! Carter Verhaeghe gives the Crunch a 2-0 lead with 5:48 to go in the first period. 11-game home scoring streak for Verhaeghe. It's 2-0 Crunch. 5:48 to go in the first period. Boy, does Carter Verhaeghe love the War Memorial Arena. 13th home game of this season. He's got points in 11 in a row. Was held off the board in each of the first two, but he has been on a tear of late. The pass from Taylor Radish, it's his second assist of the opening period, and the Crunch lead 2-0. Well, they played a really good first period, and they have been rewarded twice. They could certainly have more as well, but it's a 2-0 lead. They'll take it at the moment. A collision near the benches. McEwen and Machine having some words with 5:43 left in the first period. 2-0 Crunch as Carter Verhaeghe strikes once again his 12th of the year. And it's 2-0 Crunch. We'll step aside back in a moment on ESPN Radio.
Don't let
You clear?
Syracuse hold you back. Stay in control and in style with one of Burdick Ford's lineup of SUVs or trucks. Stop in to customize your own 2019 Ford Ranger, test drive an all-new Explorer, or visit BurdickFord.com to browse their full lineup of inventory. Conquer the weather this winter, but if you can't, the team at Burdick Ford will bring your next vehicle for a test drive right to your doorstep. Burdick Ford, just off exit 32 on 81 in Central Square.
So Planet Fitness is only $10 a month. Pretty sweet. That's $10 a month to be in a thumbs up emoji place. Yes, I just said thumbs up emoji. It means that you're in the judgment-free zone. That's $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. The world judges. We don't. Planet.
You got 10 seconds.
Join Planet Fitness today and work out in the judgment-free zone for only $10 a month.
Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
This is Syracuse Crunch Hockey on ESPN 97.7 and 100.1.
Welcome back to the War Memorial Arena here in Syracuse. Crunch leading the Comets 2-0. Carter Verhaeghe scoring his 12th goal of this season just before the break. The Crunch have a 2-goal advantage in the first. Mentioned the 11-game home scoring streak for Carter Verhaeghe. It's the longest in the league this year. Here is Corey Conacher down the right wing of the right circle. He's got space, cuts in front, shoots at a save made by Kubikov. Conacher trying to snap an 8-game goalless drought. Had a good scoring chance there. Comets go back in transition. It's dumped in. Nolan Blue back to play. It skips off the back of the cage. Deflects towards the left wing corner. There is Boris Kachuk. Jams it ahead. Hard hit near side by Machine. Picked up in a shot. Turned aside. A late penalty call against the Crunch. They get elbowing against Dominic Machine, but it might have been the right call, but it was a very late reaction by the referee. They get Dominic Machine for an elbow on Cam Darcy, but it was more of the reaction. Again, nothing wrong with the call. If you get a look at the replay, we'll see. But it was not called until the referee glanced over and saw that Cam Darcy had remained down for a few moments. That was when his arm went in the air. Again, might have been the right call. It was certainly a hard hit along the near boards, and the elbow may have come up high. Either way, the Comets are going to the power play for the second time tonight, and it's a 2-0 Crunch lead. The first one was the abbreviated power play, which came after a 4-on-4. It was about a minute of power play time for the Comets, just over a minute. Shots are 13-4 Crunch, but a chance for Utica to get on the board here late in this first period. Face-off, win back to the left point. Jesse Graham walks the line, shoots, turned aside by Pasquale. Left wing side, Dahlin back to the center point, gets a quick return feed at the left wing circle. Center point again, Jesse Graham, righty shooting defenseman. Plays catch with Dahlin, now comes down low, a chance in front, a great save, maybe off the post by Pasquale. One way or the other, it stayed down. Not sure if it was the left skate of Pasquale or the left post. Still 1-0 Crunch, 25 seconds gone on this Utica man advantage. From right to left, Tanner Kiro across to Reed Boucher. Moves it further for McEwen. To the right point, it eludes Jesse Graham, and it comes out of the zone. Graham back skates, moves it across to Dahlin, near side blue line, defensive zone. Sets up Graham to begin the rush up the middle. Now drifts to his left, carries near the red line, drops it off of Reed Boucher. Pressured by Andreoff, gets past him, carries into the offensive zone. Chips it left side, Dahlin along the boards. Shoots it, it goes wide left, up the far boards. Archibald scampers after, keeps it alive for the Comets. Cross ice comes free. Dahlin left circle has space, shoots! Blocker saved by Pasquale. Back in front it comes, good play by the Crunch. Ben Thomas with a strong play. Here is Corey Conacher, short-handed left wing side, one-on-one. Conacher shoots, save made, rebound off the goalpost. Pokes away at the puck. It's still out there. Still loose. Kubikov doing the splits to keep it out. He's on his back, and finally it is covered. Terrific effort by Corey Conacher, who is checking his face. Not sure if it got clipped with his stick. Don't think there's a penalty coming. What an effort, though, by Corey Conacher. He was stopped initially. Somehow he stayed with it as he kind of nudged Kubikov and found the second chance, put it off the post. The Crunch just kept poking away at it. Kubikov stayed prone on the ice to keep the puck out. And, well, he did. He kept it out. And so with 3:56 left in the first period, still 2-0 Crunch. Great short-handed effort by Corey Conacher. Just missed tucking it in. Hit it off the near post. And then off the post again. He had 2 posts back-to-back. You can't match the effort of Corey Conacher. Not many players can. Short-handed face-off offensive zone for the Crunch is won by the Comets. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for Utica. 2-0 Crunch, under 4 minutes to play in this opening period. McMaster gains the line for Utica, flings it down into the trapezoid. Pasquale plays it for the Crunch. Far side Breezeball poked off his stick and hammered down the ice by Hubert Labrie. Kachuk scampers in after it. He will tangle up with a Comet. Good effort by Boris Kachuk. Puts on some pressure. Near side, Ross Colton takes it away and clears it down the ice. It'll roll all the way down. Labrie has to hustle back against Archibald, though, who was camping out near the blue line. It comes free left side. McMaster now. Picked up by the Comets. Left side, Brendan Gaunce. Across. Oh, what a great glove save by Pasquale. Oh, he robs Archibald in the right wing circle. My goodness, what a save by Eddie Pasquale. Brendan Gaunce went cross ice. Archibald was all alone. And Eddie Pasquale again with a great save. Remember the 2 saves he made against the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins last Saturday in the third period with a Cruncher down by a goal to keep him in it? Well, this one was just as good. Great save by Pasquale, flashing the glove. Oh, remember that save here late in the first period. Wow. I think the puck was behind him and he somehow kept it out. Cruncher in the face-off, final seconds of the power play for the Comets. It is cleared by Syracuse down the ice, and it's no icing because it was still technically a shorthanded play. Comets have it in the defensive zone, 2-0 Crunch, 3 minutes to go in the first period. Comets are finding their legs here in the first. There's Dumont checking Carter Banks. Banks almost got a piggyback ride there on Dumont. Oh, and then a hard hit by Dumont in the corner. Captains converge. Now a scrum developing far side. Dumont is getting picked up by Cole Lind, and that'll draw a penalty. I think this will be on Lind for a roughing. He went right after Dumont, who's now hearing it from the Comets bench with 2:49 left in the first period. Crunch are going to get a power play as Cole Lind came over in the defense of his captain, Carter Banks, who got walloped by Gabriel Dumont. It's a great hit. Meanwhile, they're showing the save again from Eddie Pasquale. He folded like a folding chair as he made the save. A terrific save by Eddie Pasquale. It's 2-0 Crunch. You could feel the energy picking up in this game, though, after a sluggish start for the Comets. Crunch are back to the power play for the third time in this first period, and so the trend continues. The Crunch really do generate a lot of power plays on home ice. They had 11 last Saturday against the Penguins, and then in their next game on Wednesday, they had just 1. It was 18 combined power plays last Saturday, 2 combined power plays on Wednesday night, the Crunch's 6-3 win. 2-0 Syracuse. The Comets clear the ice. Crunch have to break ahead through center. It's Cameron Gaunce. Sleep pass just out of the reach of Alex Barré-Bollet. Icing against the Crunch. 19 seconds into the penalty kill. 2.5 minutes left in the first period. It'll be a defensive zone faceoff for the Crunch on this man advantage. Familiar 5, though, for the Crunch. Andrioff, Verhaeghe, Barré-Bollet, Gaunce, and Conacher. All of them have great production on the power play this season. Led by Alex Barré-Bollet, 17 power play points and 9 power play goals. Cruncher in the defensive zone, draw on the man advantage. Elite pass, Carter Verhaeghe, left wing side. He has got his 12th goal of this season here tonight. Floats it cross ice. No one was home. No one tracked it down either, and it's cleared right back down the ice by the Comets. Boucher against Gaunce. 24s converge behind the net. Gaunce got his skate on it to keep it away, though, of the stick from Boucher, and here come the Crunch in transition. It is Conacher, feeds it to the middle. Andrioff has space, fires a shot at a glove save by Kubikov. Andrioff has been searching for a goal here over the last couple of weeks. Well, he's really been searching for any sort of point. He's been playing well. He just hasn't found the production here over the last 5 games. No points in the last 5, longest stretch of the season for him. But a great look right in the slot. The Crunch are up to 16 shots on goal in this first period. They lead the game 2-0. Taylor Radish, who has a pair of assists in the opening period, will take the right circle face-off. Assist on the goal for Nolan Valou and for Carter Verhaeghe. Valou is on the ice now with Cal Foote, Radish, Jan, and Kachuk, the forwards on this power play. Second unit out there with 1:15 to play on the man advantage. Cruncher in the face-off. Radish to the right point, Nolan Valou. Walks to the center point, feeds it right side. Jan shoots, save, rebound loose. Kachuk digging for it. It's in behind. Kachuk and Blue just battling. It's still in the trapezoid right now. Blue just gets toppled there. Squirts loose. Brendan Gaunce has it. Chips it up the far side. Gaunce picks it up. He accelerates down the right wing against Falou. Gaunce still has it. Turns and shoots wide of the near post. Tough play. Good effort by Gaunce. Now Archibald gets tripped up just a bit. Stumbled to the crunch break ahead 3-on-2. Through center, left wing side, Kachuk. Hard pass, Cal Foot has space. Fires! He scores! Cal Foot, it's a power play goal with 1:32 left in the first period. 3-0 Syracuse. A great transition for the Crunch after a good rush shorthanded by the Comets. Crunch came the other way, 3-on-2. Radish to Kachuk to Cal Foot. And the rookie trio converts for the Crunch. Foot has 3 goals in the last 2 games. Had 2 goals on Wednesday night. He gets his 5th goal of this season. Power play snipe for Cal Foot. It's 3-0 with 1:32 left in the first period. 18 shot first period for the Crunch. And the Crunch power play comes through. That's just great effort. And Taylor Radish should have a 3-assist first period. Kachuk will get an assist as well. Here come the Comets right back in. Here's a hard shot fought off by Pasquale. Near side, it's out of the zone by Alex Volkov. Down the ice, Jagger Dirk racing after it. It's picked up short of the icing line. Jagger Dirk drops it off for Dylan Blugis. 3-0 Crunch, 70 seconds to go in the first period. What a first period for the Crunch on this Friday night. Puck is dumped in, played by Kubikov. Swept up to the near side boards. Back to the right point, Ben Thomas. Pass was broken up, and it's cleared. One-on-one rush. Here comes McEwen, right wing side against Dominic Machine. He'll dump and chase, now peel off to make a change as Machine picks up the puck. Oh, you were talking with Ben Crew earlier today about the points and production by defensemen. Well, 2 of the 3 Crunch goals tonight off this stick of blue liners. Here's a takeaway by the Crunch. Left side, Barry Belay steps in, fires a shot, tipped just wide. Cypher's got a piece of it. Crunch are looking for the 4-goal first. Still looking for it. Here's Cameron Gaunce, down low. Barry Belay swings it, just missed it. Near side possession for the Comets. Crunch are all over Utica in the first period. Machine slams it down low with 20 to go in the first. 3-0 Crunch, and it could be way more. Left wing side, Verhaeghe goes in after it, but the Crunch don't get possession. The Comets do, and it's out of the zone. Jesse Graham, final rush. 10 seconds left of the period. Graham left wing side, one hands it in deep. Machine is there for the Crunch. Fires it up the boards. Verhaeghe settles it down, gets shouldered, and that will do it for the first period. Excellent first period for the Crunch. It's a standing ovation at the War Memorial Arena. Syracuse with 18 first period shots and a dominant first period. They take 3 goals into the first period break, but again, they probably could have had 4 or 5. They hit a couple of posts. Corey Conacher had those 2 on the same play shorthanded. 2 Comets are talking to the officials. Dylan Blue just talking with one. Vincent Arsenault talking to the other. Back inside the War Memorial Arena, ready to go. Started the second period. Teams will flip ends here in the second frame. The Crunch from right to left, the Comets from left to right. Andrioff against Gaunce on this opening second period faceoff. And it is won by Brendan Gaunce. We're underway here in the second period. Crunch win battle of the possession, but it's dumped in by the Comets. It's an offside against Utica. 10 seconds into the second period. Cruncher in their orange jerseys tonight. It's the first time this season that they've worn the oranges. Remember, after the holiday break, the home team now wears the dark jersey. And so, Crunch will be wearing blue predominantly, but they have a couple of those alternate jerseys, the oranges. We haven't seen the black jerseys yet this year either. Sure, we'll see those pretty soon. Puck is sent down the ice by the Crunch. It will turn into a Syracuse icing. Now 20 seconds into the second period. Crunch have a 3-0 lead here in the opening minute of the second. After a great first period. And the first 7 shots of the game end up doubling up the Comets in shots, 18-9. Brendan Gaunce right circled against Andrioff. Gaunce goes in early. He'll get thrown out. Archibald steps in. Gaunce gets an explanation from the linesman. That is Neil Fredrickson, and the faceoff is won this time by Andrioff. Archibald's stick snapped in 2. The Cruncher out of the zone. Conacher backhands it down the right wing. Scampers it down, backhands it behind for Boris Kachuk. Second 2-assist game of the season for Kachuk. Pass comes up ahead. It was broken up by the Comets, and they carry out of their zone. Break across the red line, 4-on-3. Right side, Gaunce tries to thread the needle, but was broken up by Cameron Gaunce. Back in behind the crunch net. Out in front, Brandon Gaunce shoots, save Pasquale. Rebound near side, Archibald delays. Fires a shot, another save by Pasquale. In behind, it's Cal Foote up the far boards. Gathered in by Conacher. Scoops it ahead, high in the air, just underneath the ceiling here. Boy, that came oh so close to the middle part of the ceiling. That's where it rounds up at the top. Oh so close to clipping that one. You don't see a puck go much higher than that here in this building. McEnany through center, zips it around the wall. It gets past Pasquale up to the right wing boards out of their zone. Here is Carter Verhaeghe down the left wing, gets there first. Good move over the line, passes right side. Radish shoots, save, rebound, bounces wide left. Dumont backhands it behind for Verhaeghe. Fans on a pass attempt, tracks it down right side, leaves it there for Radish, nudges it behind. Racing it down now is Gabriel Dumont. Good shoulder check on him. Dumont battles with it, swings it behind against Brisebois. Picked up by the Comets, and Lucas Yasha gets it to the blue line out of the zone. Carter Verhaeghe gets picked up by Kiro, and Kiro is able to get the puck in deep. Swept around the boards by Eddie Pasquale, held by Yashik, right point. Right side, Boucher sends a pass across, broken up, it deflects into the netting. 18:09 left of the second period, 3-0 Syracuse. The orange jerseys for the Crunch with the blue pants, the blue helmets, but the orange jerseys with the white shoulder bars and the white numbers. These terrific jerseys for the Crunch. They've got the numbers in the front and the back of the jersey and the SYR across the chest. Cam Darcy, right circle face-off. He's out of there. Here comes McEwen for the Comets. And McEwen wins it back. McMaster turns and shoots, blocked. Darcy had a second chance. That was topped by Pasquale. Back to the right point. A long shot from Blue Juice, a headhunter. That went over everyone up to the left wing boards. Picked up there by Jagger Dirk. He'll sweep it into the corner. Comes back up the wall. A Crunch player lost his stick. That was Valou. Still picked up by Jagger Dirk. Left wing boards. Pokes it ahead for McEwen. Gets it to the near side corner. Volkov is there for the Crunch. Backhands it up the boards. Picked up by McMaster. Cross ice for Dirk. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Eluded everyone. Finally poked out of the zone by Ross Colton. First, it was missed by the Comets. And then nearly picked up and carried out by the Crunch on a 2-on-1, but it missed everyone there too. Giveaway by the Comets. Here's Ross Colton. Shoots. And a glove save made by Kubikov. 17:27 remaining in the second period. It is a 3-0 Crunch lead. So it will be a left circle face-off in the offensive zone with 7:27 left in the second period. Troy Bourke will take the face-off. Bourke for the Crunch, left circle with Archambault and Jan. A face-off won by the Comets, though, defensively. Breaking out of the zone is Cole Lind. Cross-ice pass comes to Vincent Arsenault. Poked off his stick by Ben Thomas, but Arsenault gets it back on the trailing play by Carter Banks. It's rolled in behind. Right side, Cyphers at the near half wall. Long shot was gloved down by Pasquale. Was going way over the net, but Pasquale reached up to glove it down and hold for a face-off. Comets have come out with a little bit of a better start to the second period as opposed to the first. The Crunch were all over the Comets in the opening 20 minutes. Comets have started to maybe find their game a bit, and we'll see if the Crunch can match them here in the second. 3-0 Crunch lead opening 3 minutes of the second period. Vincent Arsenault will take the right circle face-off after Carter Banks got thrown out. Troy Bourke also thrown out. Archambault steps in. Comets win the faceoff. Right point shot deflected on goal and is saved by Pasquale. Arsenault jams after the rebound against Hubert Labrie. Poking after it is Labrie and Ben Thomas. Arsenault and Banks for the Comets. The Crunch get possession. It's swept out of the zone down the ice. And will it be an icing? No. Troy Bourke with good speed against Cyphers. He negated the icing. Gets tied up by Cyphers. Battling there with Cyphers though is Bourke. Gets some help from Dennis Jan. Left side Archambault. Shoots, tipped, scores! Troy Bourke gets his first goal of the season, rewarded with some great effort beneath the goal line. He tips it home and it's 4-0 Crunch. 16:43 left in the second period. While Troy Bourke negated the icing by racing down the ice, got there in front of Cyphers, and then it was just a great battle down low between Cyphers and Bourke. Then he got some help from Dennis Jan, passed it to the circle. Archambault at the left wing circle took the shot. It deflected off of Bourke and in. And it was a well-deserved goal by Troy Bourke, his first of the year. And it's 4-0 Crunch. The Comets have pulled the goaltender. They will send in Thatcher Demko in place of Ivan Kubikov. I'm not sure if you can necessarily pin this one on Kubikov, but maybe trying to change the flow of this game is Trent Cole. So Thatcher Demko is in, and despite the 3-3, trying to get him the day off today, not going to happen. Crunch have a 4-0 lead. Demko now in for the Comets. Crunch leading by 4. Utica's in the offensive zone. Here's a pass down low from Brendan Gaunce that goes left wing side. In behind the net now. Dahlen bangs it off the back of the cage. Battling there is Gaunce and Gaunce. It's along the restricted line. Cameron Gaunce steps away. Got a stick in the midsection by his brother. And it's won by the Crunch. Up to the blue line. Boris Kachuk leaves it right wing side. Finds Conacher. Right circle. Conacher cuts across. Shoots it. A save by Demko. Tough first chance against for Thatcher Demko, but a good save. And the Comets break ahead, nearly a 3-on-2 across the red line, but an errant pass is recovered and flicked in by Utica. 4 minutes into the second period, it's 4-0 Crunch. Demko gets announced and gets greeted by the Crunch fans as Valou carries it over the line, left wing side. Valou floats it out in front. It goes on goal. Kicked aside by Demko. Played back behind by Radish to the corner for Valou. Tries to sweep it back across. That was broken up, and it goes into the slot, and it's cleared up the middle. Gathered in by Dominic Machine, and the puck is gloved down by Nolan Valou. Swept across again by Dominic Machine. Far side now, it's Carter Verhaeghe. Dangerous pass right through the slot. It goes off the stick of Nolan Valou. Recovered by the Comets. Right side, Blue just shoots, tipped just high. Boucher had a piece of it right in the slot. Back to the left point, left wing side. Caro wides, shoots wide left. Puck comes up ahead. Verhaeghe takes over. He will skate to the blue line, leads it ahead. It was tipped in. Oh, I thought it was tipped in by Gabriel Dumont. Sounded like it was deflected, but maybe not. So with 15:09 left of the second period, you heard a little tick, but maybe it was just Dumont slamming his stick towards the ice, trying to get the piece of it, and he just couldn't do it. So icing is the call. Offensive zone faceoff for the Comets with 15:09 left of the second period. 4-0 Crunch. Face-off won by Syracuse. It goes to the far side for Nolan Valou. Scales it up ahead. It's down the ice, right wing side. Dumont sweeps it ahead. It is at the blue line. The Crunch will begin a change after that icing. The Comets have possession. Here's the lead pass to McEwen. Oh, he gets knocked off the path. Good hit by Labrie, as always. Here comes Syracuse in transition. 3-on-3 over the line. Ross Colton, right wing side. To the middle for Carter Verhaeghe. Broken up. It is swept back across by Barry Belay into the high slot. Held at the blue line by Alex Volkov. A lot of bodies there, and so Volkov couldn't quite get it cleanly, and the Comets get it to center ice. Right wing side, Jesse Graham gains the blue and dumps it in. Played by Pasquale, quickly flings it into the corner for Ben Thomas. Scales it off the glass, booted further by Volkov. Picks up his teammate there. It was Ross Colton who gets knocked off, and the Crunch have it to the far side now. Labrie dumps in for Syracuse. Off the stick of Thatcher Demko. And the Comets cleared up ahead to the far blue line. Nolan Valou keeps it in for the Crunch. Right wing circle. Dennis Young goes after it. The Comets get possession. Down the left wing here is Carter Banks. 6 minutes gone, second period. It's 4-0 Crunch. Hard hit there by Arsenault on Dominic Machine. The puck rolled to the slot. Picked up by Troy Bourke. Carries through center. Hits the red line. Rolls it further. Looking for Dennis Young to track it down. He shoulders with Cyphers. And Young gets it for Archambault. Shoots it, a save by Demko. Left side, it's Dominic Machine. Plays it down low. Knocked down there by Brisebois. Up the near side boards. But the Crunch speed here has been apparent tonight. It has created a few of the Crunch's goals. The transition play and some good work beneath the goal line as well by that fourth line of Dennis Young, Troy Bourke, and Olivier Archambault. Puck rolls out of the zone. It's loose at center right now. Conacher goes after it. Pokes it ahead, but it deflects back towards the Crunch's blue line. Cameron Gaunce plays it across to Cal Foote. Left wing side here is Conacher into the offensive zone. Now for Andy Andrioff. It's loose. Conacher stick handles at the right circle. Drops it off. Kachuk shoots. Save. Rebound. A chance for Andrioff is turned aside by Demko. In the left wing pie slice now. Andrioff and Kachuk battling for it. 2-on-2. Kachuk comes away with it. Pass across. Broken up in the slot by Darren Archibald. Now Brendan Gaunce has it and clears it ahead. Booted down by Cameron. And it's picked up by Kachuk at the center circle. Right wing side now for Conacher. Finds Andrioff just over his stick. Andrioff has it back in the corner. In behind for Kachuk. Tries to thread the needle looking for Andrioff once again, but the Comets break it up, and this one is lifted to center. Bounces near the center circle again. Van Thomas takes it for the crunch. Look out, a giveaway. Dahlin shoots up high off the glass. Oh, it was a tricky play as the crunch had it for a moment, then it bounced off of a crunch body, and Dahlin was behind the defense. Giveaway by the crunch at the blue line. Caro's back in. Yashik shoots looking for a deflection by Boucher. Missed it. And the puck is cleared to the blue line. Carried out by Verhaeghe, right wing side. Here he comes at the far side circle. Back to the blue line. Long shot from Valou. Goes high off the glass. 12:15 left in the second period. It's 4-0 Syracuse. Blue just at his own blue line. Leads it ahead. It's an errant pass. Bouncing around like a pinball there at the center ice logo. And the crunch get it back to the red line for Gabriel Dumont. Jammed across by Taylor Radish, glove down by Verhaeghe into the slot, couldn't tee up the shot. Comets strip him of the puck, and here comes a lead play for Yashik. Hit once and then twice, first Radish and then Dumont. Boucher gets ran by Labrie in the near corner. There is a battle there with Nolan Valou and a Comet. It was Tanner Caro for Utica. Puck along the near side, half wall, picked up again by the Comets. Boucher spins free, draws a penalty, and the Comets will get a power play. 11:36 left in the second period. 4-0 crunch. Utica to the man advantage when we come back on ESPN Radio. Back here in Syracuse inside the War Memorial Arena where the Crunch lead the Utica Comets 4-0. But the Comets are going to the power play for the third time this evening. After the penalty against the Crunch, they end up getting Nolan Valou for the takedown of Reed Boucher. Comets power play, as we said, they're 0 for 2. Face-off win by the Comets. Here's Dahlin. Make that Graham a shot. Deflected at a stop made by Pasquale. It's batted back to the blue line. Graham again passes right side Reed Boucher. Along the right wing board, steps into the circle, fans out an initial pass, recovers and chips it back to the blue line, but it goes over the stick and out of the zone. Comets have it back at the red line. Good pressure by Gauntz, and so Gauntz goes from left to right. Now it's Boucher into the offensive zone. Boucher throws it left wing side, down the left wall, picked up here and dropped back to the point. Jesse Graham skates to the middle, passes left wing side once again. Here's a backdoor feed out in front. McEwen tips it up into the netting, out of play. And it was not a save. It didn't hit anything, so the puck or the faceoff will be out of the zone. At least that's the initial signal. Now the officials are going to discuss. See if maybe they saw something differently. And they are going to send it out into the neutral zone. With 11:01 left in the second period. Crunch leading 4-0. Shots are 26-14 Syracuse. Face-off will be in front of the Comets bench, far side. Trent Cole is complaining to the referee about where the face-off is taking place. Comets win the face-off in the neutral zone. It goes back into the defensive zone right now. Evan McEnany for the Comets. 1:15 left on the penalty against Nolan Valou, who has his first goal of the season tonight as well for the Crunch. Dumped in by the Comets. Boris Kachuk is there. Gets it up ahead out of their zone. Good play by Kachuk, the rookie forward, who's got a pair of assists tonight for the Crunch. He's out here with Ross Colton on this penalty kill. Ben Thomas and Hubert Labrie as well for the Crunch. Lead pass comes to Brendan Gauntz down the right wing, has a step past Labrie, turns back in the right circle, falls down, drops it towards the blue line. Breezeball got it back to Gauntz, down low, comes out in front. Archibald swings one out in front, it was just wide right. Back to the left wing point, held by McEnany, center point now. The lefty shooter winds, passes it left wing side, towards the middle, it comes free. A shot, and another save by Pasquale, has no idea where the puck is. Was it in his glove? It was. He made the glove save and had no idea that it went into his catching glove. That was a good save by Pasquale. Kind of a funky-looking stop, but it was a strong save nevertheless. He wasn't sure where he actually got it, but he did get it in the glove. Oh, that was ticketed for the top corner, too. That's a really good save by Pasquale. He looked around, and then glanced at his glove and realized it was right in there. 38 seconds to go on the Comets' power play. It is a 4-0 Crunch lead. McEwen gets ejected from the faceoff. Caro in against Andy Andrioff. Faceoff win by the Crunch, and a scale-off clear for Syracuse. Down the ice it goes. Comets retrieve it in the defensive zone. It's swept to the far side. Tanner Caro gets it going further up to the neutral zone. Comes back into the defensive zone for the Comets with 25 to go on the power play. McEwen leaves it back in the defensive zone. From left to right, here come the Comets again, carrying over the center ice logo. Backhand pass left wing side. It comes to the right point now for Reed Boucher. Steps in, sends it to the center point. It is Jesse Graham, final 10 of the power play. Graham right wing circle, leaves it there for Boucher. Left wing side now, back to Boucher, high slot, make that the center point of the shot was blocked. Left side rebound, a chance in the middle. Caro shoots, save, rebound in the crease, swatted away by Pasquale. The power play is over. Falou joins the play in the Crunch's defensive zone, tangles it up, plays it behind, picks up possession, gets a pass to screen by Dominic Machine, and backhands a pass to Corey Conacher. Conacher into the offensive zone, but it's an offside against the Crunch. Andrew just couldn't hold the line for Syracuse. 9:18 left in the second period, 4-0 Crunch. We'll step aside, coming back with more in a moment on ESPN Radio. .9:18 left of the second period. The Crunch lead the Comets 4-0. They had 3 goals in the first period. Only one here this second. It was scored by Troy Bourke. 2 Crunch players tonight have scored their first goals of the season. Nolan Falou was the first one. He opened the scoring early in the first period. And Troy Bourke the other. Comets give the puck away at center, but it's recovered by Dylan Blugis and zipped around the roulette wheel where Eddie Pasquale plays it for the Crunch. Fires it up the boards. Comets hold the line near side. Jagger Dirk battling for it. It's a takeaway momentarily by the Crunch, but Utica reclaims possession of the right wing corner. Cole Lynn battling with his former teammate with the Kelowna Rockets, Cal Foote. Both are rookie players this year, and Foote gives him an extra shove as he fell down. Left wing side, it's held to the blue line by Dylan Blugis. Swept in behind by Arsenault. Picks up Carter Banks. Kicks it to his stick in the right wing corner. Dives away from Cal Foote into the left wing side. Out in front. It comes a backhand chance. Another stop by Pasquale. Great save. Second chance from the high slot from Blugis. Goes up high. Back to the right circle again. Comets pressuring right now. Blugis left circle. A shot is deflected up out of play. Eddie Pasquale fighting through some screens to make a couple of saves. 8:18 left in the second period. It is 4-0 Crunch. Folks, make the right decision. Insist on Karuba Collision, now serving the Syracuse area. Karuba Collision, the official collision repair provider of the Crunch. It'll be a defensive zone draw for Syracuse with a 4-0 lead. Shots now 26-15, favoring the Crunch. And a clean win by Gabriel Dumont, but it was so clean that they're going to do it again. Linesman saying, my bad, I did not drop that puck fairly. So Darcy against Dumont. They reset the clock to 8:18. No one thrown out. And this time Darcy wins the faceoff with a shot from the far side was blocked by Alex Barry-Belay. And Syracuse floats the puck out of their zone. Ooh, Gabriel Dumont looking for a pickpocket of Brisebois. Nearly had it, and he would have been in on a breakaway. Instead, the Crunch have to lead it ahead for Carter Verhaeghe. He will chip it into the offensive zone. Cyphers against Dumont. Cyphers gets rammed by Dumont. Picked up by Verhaeghe. Drives out in front. Rolls it towards the crease. He scores! It's 5-0 as Carter Verhaeghe scores his second goal of the night. Both of them from right near that blue paint. 7:52 to go in the second period. First one was not the prettiest goal of his career. Just got a piece of it on a deflection. This one he drove out in front and somehow it bounced in. May have gone off the back of a Comets skate. And it's 5-0 with 7:52 remaining in the second period. Either way, Verhaeghe will get the goal. And it is now a 2-goal performance, up to 13 goals on the season for Carter Verhaeghe. And he just continues to be dominant. His 11th multi-point performance of the season, now tied with what he had a year ago. This is only the 29th game for the Crunch. Puck is in behind the Comets net once again in the offensive zone for the Crunch. Verhaeghe has taken his game to another level over the last 2 months, really since the beginning of November. Lead pass comes ahead. The Comets gain the line. It's broken up right wing side of the right circle. Archibald drives to the crease, shoots, save, rebound, another stop by Pasquale with 7:21 remaining in the second period. And the Crunch have a 5-0 lead over the Comets. Folks, don't forget the Crunch are also home tomorrow as they take on the Springfield Thunderbirds. Brianna Stewart will be in town. A CNS product, played at UConn and a 2-time WNBA All-Star, perennial national championship with UConn, but now also the reigning WNBA MVP. It's 5-0 Crunch with 7:21 left in the second period. Face-off win by the Comets in the offensive zone. Graham turns and shoots wide left. It comes up the wall, left wing side, picked up by the Comets. A bank attempt was stopped by Pasquale. And the whistle finally blows as Eddie has it covered with 7:09 left in the second period. And the Crunch have a 5-0 lead. So Carter Verhaeghe has goals in 3 straight games. This, however, is his first 2-goal game of the season. I mean, he's at 13 goals now, but he had scored 1 single goal in the 11 games he had scored prior to tonight. Now he has goals in 12 games, and he's up to 13 goals on the season. I mean, he has taken his game to another level for the Crunch. He's been a terrific producer for Syracuse this year. He's their leading scorer, and he is just so tough to stop for opposing teams. Crunch win the faceoff. They break ahead. Calfoot joining the rush right up the middle, but he got in a little too quickly. It's offside against Calfoot, and a faceoff will be in the neutral zone with 7:03 left here in the second period. He just blitzed right ahead, joining Boris Kachuk and Andy Andrioff, and well, he got so fast that it ended up being offside against him. So 5-0 Crunch with 7:03 remaining here in period number 2. Face-off is one back into the Crunch's defensive zone. Yashik racing after it against Labrie. Labrie gets there, backhands it behind, off the stick of Ben Thomas, who gets shouldered. Labrie tracked it back down and cleared it out of the zone. It's in the neutral zone right now. Conacher hounding for it. Comets get possession. Boucher feeds it right wing side for Graham with speed down the wing. Right wing circle in deep beneath the goal line. Swoops in behind the net. Leaves it there in the left wing corner. There is Yashik. He gets shoved off by Boris Kachuk. And the Crunch get it. Good play by Kachuk. That brings the Crunch out of their zone. Ben Thomas into the offensive zone. Drops it off Conacher. Left circle. Fires. Fought off by Demko. And it's still loose. They poke away and it's jammed just wide by Andrioff. Oh, he nearly scored. Demko had given up on the play for a moment. He thought he had it. Puck is loose. Graham takes over for the Comets. Drops back in between the circles now. Andrioff and Kiro colliding as they go to the benches. And the puck is led ahead at the red line and kicked ahead by Machine down the left wing. Dennis Yada's there for the Crunch. Left wing side, Archambault directs it through for Troy Bourke. Back check though by Comet. That was Banks. And here comes Utica back in transition. Cole Lynn poked off a stick by Nolan Valou. And the Crunch get it out of the zone. A whistle here as it touched something in the bench with 5:54 left in the second period. 5-0 Crunch. We'll step aside back in a moment on ESPN Radio. Back here in Syracuse, it is a 5-0 Crunch lead with 5:54 to play in the second period. Shots are 28-17, favoring the Crunch. Carter Verhaeghe has his first multi-goal performance of the season. And his sensational play continues. He's on the ice again with Taylor Radish and Gabriel Dumont. It's dumped in by Dominic Machine to the far side corner. Carter Verhaeghe's there, jams it out in front for Machine, delays, has space, shoots, and a save made by Demko. So Carter Verhaeghe, if you need any proof of the way he has picked up his game, and really all year, but first 6 games he had 2 points. Since October 27th through tonight, the Crunch have had 23 games. He has 33 points, 12 goals and 21 assists. He is a plus 18 in that stretch. It includes tonight, and the 33 points are the most in the American Hockey League in that span. I mean, he has just taken over for the Crunch. Now, Corey Conacher got the accolades in November because he had a dominant November, but Verhaeghe was right there as well in the month of November. He was right behind him. To the middle, Barry Belay shoots. It was blocked. The rebound is picked up by Cole Lind. Pressured by Barry Belay, but it's out of the zone. Loose puck near the red line. Lind gets it into the offensive zone. Give and go. He has it. Threads it back to his left. Arsenault shoots. Blocked. Rebound comes to the right wing boards. Hard hit there by Alex Volkov. Back to the blue line. Blue just keeps it moving to the left wing side. Cam Darcy, stick handles behind the net. Rapid attempt, stop, rebound, score! Vincent Arsenault gets the Comets on the board with 5:07 to play in the second period. It's 5-1 on the rebound poke in by Arsenault. And so Vincent Arsenault will get his first goal of this season. And the Comets are on the board at last here late in the first period. Arsenault playing in his 13th game of the year. Pokes home the rebound. And the Comets snap the 5-goal stretch for the Crunch. And dating back to that game in Utica in the middle of November, the Crunch had scored 4 goals in a 4-0 shutout win. Go all the way back to the game here in Syracuse. Crunch had scored 10 straight goals against the Comets. They scored the final goal in what was a 4-3 win for Utica. The Crunch had scored the last goal of that game. 4 in a row in November in Utica, and then 5-0 here. So it was 10 straight goals for the Crunch against the Comets before Arsenault finally snaps the streak. Here comes Andreoff from right to left, throw through the neutral zone, down the right wing. Andreoff right wing circle, drives down low, sends it out in front. It's deflected. Back to the left point. Gaunce, good pass down low, but it rolled on its edge at the last moment, looking for Boris Kachuk at the far goal line. Now Conacher for Gaunce. Down low again, out of the reach of Kachuk, who was tied up by Breezewall. That Andreoff clipped his teammate Kachuk up high unintentionally as they were colliding at center. Here is McEwen racing ahead, poked away by Cameron Gaunce. Good play for the Crunch's defenseman. In the left wing corner now, McMaster against Cameron Gaunce. Gaunce shoves him, lost his stick in the battle as well. Left wing side, the Comets going after it. McEwen spins away, Calfoot takes over, clears up the boards. Conacher nudges it out of the zone. He gets past his man, gets tripped up, pokes it further for Kachuk. Left wing side, but that broke up a 2-on-1. Crowd was murmuring for a potential penalty, but play continues with 4:05 to go in the second period. Crunch now leading 5-1 on this Friday night. Ben Thomas right back up the middle. It's picked up by Gabriel Dumont down the left wing. Accelerates to the circle. Stick handles to the middle. Poked off his stick. Comet lost his stick this time. That was Graham. Verhaeghe centers, looking for Radish, but Thatcher Demko, the goaltender, poked it away on the lead pass. Now the Comets are back into the offensive zone. Brendan Gaunce after it. Dumont takes it for Syracuse. Drops it off for Ben Thomas. Short pass back for Dumont. Up ahead, over the line. Left wing side for Radish. Left wing circle. Backhands it down low, looking for Dumont again along the restricted line. And now a penalty upcoming. I think it's on the Crunch in the offensive zone. It is. It is a high stick against Gabriel Dumont. With 3:29 left of the second period, the Comets will go to the power play. They're on the board here late in this second frame. Had a chance to maybe make it a 3-goal game once again. Well, they get Taylor Radish for the high stick. I thought it was Dumont who got the stick up high. That's a break for the Crunch. Dumont is a big penalty killer for Syracuse, so Radish will sit instead of Dumont. I could be wrong, but in the first glance, I thought it was Dumont who came up high with this stick. But Radish is the man in. I'll trust the referee. And it's a Comets power play with 3:29 left in the second period. Comets have not connected on the power play tonight. They're 0 for 3. Crunch win the faceoff. Ross Colton doing a good job, but the Crunch can't clear. It's held at the blue line by Graham. Walks the blue to the right wing side. Boucher quickly to his left. Dolan fires. Stick save by Pasquale. Got his heel of his stick on it. Comes up the boards and jammed ahead with the crunch again, can't clear. Gaunce recovers the puck though, plays it behind for Labrie, tracks it down, reverses there, leaves it for Kachuk. Now it's Gaunce. His clearing effort was knocked down by Caro. Good effort by the Comets here, keeping the puck alive a few times in the offensive zone. Another chance to clear was held by Graham at the far blue line. Leaping effort by Cameron Gaunce to knock it down for the crunch. Battling there is Dahlin. It comes across to the right blue line. Reed Boucher steps at the top of the circle. Down low. Tips it, a save by Pasquale. Caro got the deflection in the slot. And a save by Eddie Pasquale. Reed Boucher, meanwhile, is still camped out of the right wing circle. Boris Kachuk looking over his shoulder to keep an eye on him with 1:09 to go on the power play. Comes back to the blue line. Pass across. Boucher, one-timer saved by Pasquale. Puck trickles free. Picked up here by Labrie. Ties it up along the boards. Looking for some support right now. He gets toppled. Then Gaunce took down a Comet who went tumbling to the ice. Boy, that looked like a bit of an exaggeration. And Gaunce is furious right now. Looked like it was a pretty simple topple there by Reed Boucher. They get Gaunce on a cross check, and Cameron Gaunce is furious with 2:22 left in the second period. The Comets will get a 5-on-3 with 53 seconds remaining on the first penalty against Taylor Radish. And so a couple of penalties trickling against the crunch. Cross check is the call. It looked like Reed Boucher sold it a little bit for the Comets. And that's why Cameron Gaunce was frustrated. There will be a timeout here. I presume it'll be Utica. They want their top line out there with some fresh legs. Comets have called the timeout with 2:22 left in the second period, so it's a big moment of this game. 5-on-3 power play with 53 seconds remaining on the initial penalty against Taylor Radish. Folks, don't forget you can head over to Tully's on Erie Boulevard just about every Thursday throughout the course of the Crunch's regular season for Crunch Weekly from 6 to 7 p.m. We were back there last night for the first time in a couple of weeks. Crunch had been on the road for the last 2 weeks. Great conversation with Alex Barry-Belay and Hubert Labrie. You can catch it on the Crunch's SoundCloud page if you didn't catch it last night here on ESPN Radio. But if you're in the area, you got to come to Tully's every Thursday night on Erie Boulevard. We'll got the great conversation, also get the great tenders, food and drink. An hour of Crunch Talk. It's a fun time at Tully's throughout the course of the season. All right, 5-on-3 power play for the Comets. Crunch penalty killers, 2 forwards, Dumont and Conacher, 1 defenseman, Hubert Labrie. Tanner Caro on the faceoff, and he wins it. Comets have possession on the 5-on-3. It is Graham at the point, left wing side. Picked up here, cross-ice pass, right side shot, stopped again by Pasquale, and he smothers it. Right circle chance for Tanner Caro, and a good save by Eddie Pasquale. Boy, has he been sharp tonight for the Crunch. Made some really nice saves. The Comets have elevated their play here as this game has worn along. Part of it because of the goaltending change. They have certainly started to rally around Thatcher Demko, who is in net now. Face-off win by Gabriel Dumont. Labrie has a chance to clear on his backhand, and he does get it out of the zone. Stopped quickly at the red line, so didn't get very far, but the Comets have to regroup. They do. Now a near takeaway by Conacher forces Graham back into the neutral zone again. Finally finds Reed Boucher into the offensive zone. Labrie stripped him of the puck, though, and he clears it, but not out. Graham held the line for the Comets. Left side chance. Dahlin steps in left circle. Back to the blue line. There is Boucher. 20 to go. 5-on-3. Dahlin down low. Back for Boucher. Right side Graham. Now to the high slot. Graham feeds it left wing side. Dahlin again delays, looks for a lane at the bottom of the circle, feeds it for Graham. Down low, a pass attempt was broken up by a crunch stick. Final 5 seconds of the 5-on-3. Boucher tangled up by Conacher. Boucher back to the point. Graham, first penalty over. Left side Dahlin fires, turned aside, rebound of the blue line out of the zone. Radish scampers ahead, 2-on-1 shorthanded. Radish has Dumont across, finds him there. Dumont doesn't shoot initially. Wrap attempt, stop, they score! The drought is over for Corey Conacher. A shorthanded goal. 8-game drought over. It's 6-1 with 1:16 to go in the second period. The Crunch survived a 53-second 5-on-3. And then out of the box came Taylor Radish. It was a 2-on-1. Great patience by Gabriel Dumont. He went behind the net, played it out in front for Conacher. He scores his second shorthanded goal of this season. And it's 6-1 Crunch. His first shorthanded goal of the season also came against the Comets. That was a penalty shot goal in the first game here against Ivan Kubikov. This time it's in the course of action. It's only his second career shorthanded goal, but it is a 6-1 Crunch lead late in the second period. And so the Crunch survived the 5-on-3. The Comets still on the power play for another 35 seconds. There's now a minute to go in the period. And here come the Crunch again shorthanded. Kachuk down the left wing side. Passes across for Andy Andrioff. Kicks it ahead into the right wing corner. Andrioff tied up by 3 Comets there in the right wing corner. Finally, the Comets prevail with possession. 40 seconds to go in the period. 15 to go on the penalty against Cameron Gaunce. It is 6-1 Crunch. 4th assist of the game for Taylor Radish. New career high. Career high was 3, a 3-point game for the first time. Now it's a 4-point game. Back to the right point, McEnany. Final seconds of the power play have now expired. Final 20 seconds of the period. McEnany goes to his left. Gaunce joins the play for the Crunch. Thrown out in front. Cameron Gaunce is there to recover it at the near circle. Lead pass to the neutral zone. Andrioff down the right wing, 2-on-2. Andrioff right circle, steps in, has space. Draws a penalty, couldn't tee up the shot. He jostles there with Dylan Blugis. Blugis will sit for the Comets. 3.2 seconds to go in the second period. It's 6-1 Crunch. Well, we mentioned the drought-breaking goal for Corey Conacher, who had gone 8 games without a goal, had not scored since December 7th. We're back here in Syracuse, getting set for the start of the third period. Crunch on a power play to begin the third. They'll go from left to right as the teams will flip ends here in the third. Comets from right to left. Ivan Kubikov is back in net for the Comets. So I guess Trent Cola's decided better of it and takes Demko back out of the game after he replaced Kubikov in that second period. Tried to spark the team, it did not work. And so Kubikov is back in. And the Crunch win the faceoff, back underway to begin the third period. Crunch on a power play. Kubikov allowed 4 of the 6 Crunch goals through the first 2 periods. Demko the last 2. He faced 9 shots in his brief relief appearance. Cyphers has it for the Comets. He fails to clear. It's held by Nolan Valu left wing side. Played down low out of the reach of Dennis Jan. Kubikov gave a little interference on Jan. And so down the ice the puck goes. Far side, Cal Foote is there for the Crunch. Rolls it back behind for Nolan Valu. He's quickly pressured by Carter Banks. Foote takes over again, begins from left to right. He's got one of the goals tonight for the Crunch. Here he comes through center over the red line. Down the right wing finds Taylor Radish. 4 assists for Radish. Pass broken up. A second try comes to Kachuk. Steps in. Peens it right side. Jan shot. Directed wide left. Kachuk back to the left point. Valu. Down low for Kachuk. Picks it up at the trapezoid. Right side Jan. At the hashes. Left side Valu. At the top of the circle. Center point Foote. Back for Valu. Left wing side. 50 to go on the power play for the Crunch. Delays at the left blue line. Feeds it right side. Dennis Jan. Top of the circle. Center point Valu. Across. One-timer by Foote. Was blocked. Knocked his stick out of the hand of Jagger Dirk. Back to the near point. Valu holds it again for the Crunch. Cross-ice pass for Foote. His cross-ice comes to Dennis Jan. Top of the right circle. Jan steps in, looks, feeds Foote left face-off dot to the middle for Radish. Down low, just out of the reach of Kachuk. 25 to go on the power play. There is Valu. Cross-ice Foote. One-timer turned aside by Kubikov. Hard shot again by Cal Foote. Had a multi-goal game on Wednesday, the first of his career, searching for a second in a row. But a good save by Kubikov. Power play set to expire in 10 seconds. Puck is cleared across the ice and broken up by Reed Boucher. Here he comes in shorthanded. He's got Gaunce out in front. It was broken up on the pass by Dominic Machine. Back to the center point. Breezeball winds. Shoots. Glove save. Pasquale. Eddie Pasquale with a fine glove save. 2 minutes into the third period. It's 6-1 Crunch. So the Crunch power play is over. They're 1 for 4 tonight. A few good looks on that power play. That was the second unit that had set up for the Crunch. Led by Boris Kachuk and Taylor Radish. You haven't seen the story yet on AHL On the Beat. Check out the AHL's website. The story of the friendship from Taylor Radish and Boris Kachuk since they were youngsters, 8 or 9 years old. Neither of them really know the exact time frame when they played lacrosse together for Team Ontario. But that's when they first met each other, and it's been a journey together over the last 12 years. Here's an offside against the Crunch. Gabriel Dumont going up the middle, and he carried ahead, but maybe his stick handler or something that forced one of his line mates offside. He's out there right now with Alex Volkov and Troy Bourke. Lines jumbled a little bit because of that power play to begin the period. Face-off in front of the Comets bench. Anyway, with Kachuk and Radish, I mean, they've been together for so many years, gone through so much together, playing last year with the Sioux Greyhounds together, also World Juniors with Team Canada. Drafted. Here's a chance down low for Volkov. Out in front, tries to play it through, but it was broken up on a sprawling play by Brisebois. And it's cleared cross ice by the Comets. They break through center. Blue just gets run into by Volkov, who continues to pester him. Blue just swings it into the offensive zone. Cameron Gaunce defends against his brother, Brendan Gaunce. Fourth time ever these two brothers have met here at the pro level. And the puck is on the outside of the cage. The goal light went on, but it was never near the front of the net. 17-18 left in the third period. It is a 6-1 Crunch lead. And a faceoff coming up in the offensive zone. Crunch will be back home tomorrow against the Springfield Thunderbirds. Brianna Stewart will be in town tomorrow for the Crunch game. She'll be dropping the first puck and also signing autographs at the game. I think everyone around here knows who Brianna Stewart is, but if you are curious, she was a CNS product, and she's a two-time WNBA All-Star, a reigning WNBA MVP. So exciting to see her back in town tomorrow here at the Crunch game. Here's a shot from the right circle from Cam Darcy. That was blocked. The puck goes to the far side for Kachuk. Nice pass up ahead for Andy Andrioff. He weaves through center from left to right into the offensive zone. Andrioff snaps a shot up high and a save by Kubikov. And then he falls down in a heap of pain. Gets back up slowly now. That might have just stunned him. It sounded like it got the mask of Kubikov. And so he will collect himself in the crease on the hard shot from Andy Andrioff. As we said earlier, Andrioff will be our guest tonight on the Shootout Show. I hope you can stick around for that after the game tonight. Always a fun conversation, and Andy has been a terrific leader for this Crunch team, one of many. The mix of veterans and youth on this team has been just great. I mean, it's been a well-composed team, and we all know it's not even fully the team that the Crunch expected in the offseason, maybe, with players like Daniel Walcott out for most of the season. Kevin Lynch remains out. Ben Grew said yesterday maybe another 10 days to 2 weeks for him. Mitchell Stevens remains out with an injury. Another 2 weeks or so for him. Connor Ingram is out at the moment with an injury. 2 weeks or so for him, maybe a little bit longer than that. To be determined. They're still evaluating his injury. But meanwhile, the Crunch just keep plugging along. And one of the rocks because of all of that is Ben Grew, who has done a tremendous job icing against the Comets here. We were talking about it, and there's a little push and a shove here. It's Falou and McMaster right now. Now big scrum developing beneath the goal line behind the Crunch net. Everyone coming together. It was an innocent-looking play, just an icing against the Comets. All of a sudden, things escalating here. Nolan Falou involved for the Crunch. Falou played a few games last year for the Comets. So he has seen both sides of this rivalry now. And I'm sure he will sit, as will McMaster. Those two barking at each other. Falou scored his first goal of the season here tonight. Will sit in the penalty box as he and McMaster continue to bark at each other. Alex Barry-Belay delivers the helmet to the penalty box for Falou. And they get 2 minutes on the clock for him. And 2 minutes on the clock for McMaster. So the officials are discussing right now. It was an icing against the Comets. Not sure if they're figuring out if the faceoff should remain in the offensive zone, but after the discussion, they determined it should. It'll be 4-on-4, but an offensive zone faceoff following the icing. Trent Cole wants another explanation. And let's see. The Comets changing. Are they allowed to change? I guess so. Ben Grew wants an explanation now why they're allowed to change. Just because it's 4-on-4, he's confused. But they allow the change, and so it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for the Crunch at the left wing circle. And Gabriel Dumont wins it back to the center point. Ben Thomas stick handles, double team, but steps through that double team into the left wing boards. Now it's Taylor Radish to the point. Labrie fires a shot, and a save made by Kubikov. 16:29 left of the third period. The Crunch have a 6-1 lead. We're talking with Ben Grew. We're talking about Ben Grew and how good he has been for the Crunch in now his third season He is closing in on his second All-Star appearance for the Crunch in 3 seasons. He represented Syracuse at the All-Star Classic in Lehigh Valley at Allentown 2 years ago in his first year as the head coach of the Crunch. And if the Crunch win today, and they're on their way with a 6-1 lead here in the third period, he would be assured of at least tying, or the Crunch would be assured of at least tying for the best points percentage in the division at the end of the calendar year, which is when the All-Star head coaches will be named. Not sure what happens in the event of a tie. We'll get to that later on. Back to the right point. Comes to the left now for McEnany. To the center point. Picked up by Jesse Graham on his back end. Plays it down low, but it was broken up by Dumont. Finally settles down the puck in the slot. Skates behind the net. And goes from left to right. Slowly but surely the Crunch beginning a change with 1:15 left in the 4-on-4. 6-1 Syracuse, 4 minutes into the third period. Ben Thomas, good outlet pass, and he finds Dominic Machine. Third-year defenseman into the offensive zone. He scored his first goal of the season Wednesday night. So 3 Crunch players have scored their first goal in the last 2 games. Now lead play, and the Comets have a 3-on-2. Dahlin right wing side over the line. Gone, shoots. Turned aside by Pasquale. Rebound in the left circle. Nudged out of the zone by Machine. He'll scamper ahead. Brisebois tries to track him down, and he does. Good play by Brisebois, the defenseman. He raced down Dominic Machine late in his shift. He's indicating he wants a change, but he's not going to go to the bench to make the change. Here come the Comets back in at the blue line. Left side gone. Shoots again. Fought off by Pasquale. He got a glove on it and then covers it. 15-14 to go in the third period. It is a 6-1 Crunch lead. That's good to see for the Crunch, though. As we said, the last 2 games, now 3 different players have scored their first goal of the season. So when you knock off Nolan Valou, who was looking for his first goal, also tonight, Troy Bourke. So now you're down to Ben Thomas, Matt Spencer, who's not played a lot for the Crunch here this season. He's only played in 7 games. And Hubert Labrie, along with Olivier Archibald, is playing in his 7th game tonight. He missed most of the start of the season. Well, the start of the season with an injury, recovering from that surgery in the offseason. Only a few players to go for their first goals of the year. Eddie Pasquale finds the puck behind the net and nudges it up the far boards. Comes to Andy Andrioff, stick handles ahead, and flings it across to Cal Foote. Boots it further to his stick and carries down the right wing. Foote has it, jams it out towards the front. It goes up in the air, and a leaping catch by Kubikov. Up there like an outfielder in baseball, tracking the puck and found it in his catching glove with 5:02 gone in the third period. The Crunch have a 6-1 lead. Right circle faceoff coming up in the offensive zone for Syracuse. Andrioff will take it against McEwen. And the faceoff is won by the Comets in the defensive zone. Near his side, it is a clearing effort from Jagger Dirk. Dropped off to McEwen. He breaks through center. Down the left wing side for Reed Boucher. Crunch have held him in check here tonight. Right wing side now Jagger Dirk. Stick handles to the right circle. Backhand chance off the side of the net. Dirk has his own rebound. The penalties have now expired. Valou and McMaster join the play. Boucher shoots from the right circle. It was blocked up high. Played behind by Cal Foote. Boucher has it again. Back end to the left point. Blue Jays across the ice. One-timer from the right side by Dirk was blocked by Boris Kachuk. Far side, it's Nolan Valou battling there in the far side corner. McEwen and McMaster there for the Comets. Cal Foote also for the Crunch. Foote rolls it behind the net. There is Hubert Labrie. Scales it up ahead. Great outlet pass comes to Andy Andrioff. Hits the red line. He'll skate into the blue line. Offensive zone. Rolls it up the left wing side for Alex Volkov. Now Ross Colton in. Passes towards the left circle looking for Andrioff. It was broken up and cleared out of the zone by Arsenault. Comets break ahead into the offensive zone. Ross Colton defends. Arsenault gets it away. Back to the left point. Left circle. Graham drifts in. Shoots. Fought off left arm. Saved by Pasquale. Arsenault gets the rebound down low. Carter Banks. Pickpocketed by Ross Colton. Floats it up the left wing boards. Comes out of the zone. Just between Volkov and Barry Belay. Back out to the neutral zone where it's dumped in by the Comets. 6.5 minutes into the third period. Crunch 6, Comets 1. Third matchup of this Planet Fitness Galaxy Cup Series. Comets won the first, Crunch won the second. Both road teams winning the first 2 games of this series, with the Crunch on their way to a home win tonight, leading 6-1. Near side circle, Syracuse has it. Here's Troy Bourke, accelerates ahead. Hands it off to Alex Barry-Belay, right wing side. He's been held in check tonight as well. Cuts and shoots wide right. The rookie leading point producer in the American Hockey League in terms of rookie scoring, looking for his first point of the night. Puck comes across the ice, far side. Dennis Yan pressures. Cam Darcy gives it away. It's picked up by Lind, and it's whistled down for an offside against the Comets. 12:56 remaining here in the third period. It's 6-1, and now Dominic Machine and a Comet converging. It was Cam Darcy, and I think Machine is going to get the penalty after they collided, and then he gave a whack to Darcy. 6-1 Crunch will step aside back in a moment on ESPN Radio. Back in Syracuse, 12:56 left in the third period. Dominic Machine sits in the penalty box for the Crunch. Utica going to its sixth power play of the game. He's in for a slash, his Machine. Cam Darcy hit Machine in the defensive zone for the Crunch after the whistle. And then Machine took exception and came back with his stick. And that was what was called. Here's a play towards the front, picked up by the Crunch. Brandon Gaunce is hunched over, going to the Comets bench. I'm not sure if he got clipped up high or something. He will go to make a change in some discomfort. Comets have to regroup behind the net. 15 seconds into the power play. From right to left, gaining the line is Jesse Graham. He stops near the blue line, picked up by Hubert Labrie, and it is cleared out of the zone. Great play again by Hubert Labrie, who's playing a really good game for the Crunch and have been really solid for Syracuse over the last few months. He's stepped into his zone as he's gotten more comfortable in this system. Puck goes behind the net. It is no icing, waved off. Eddie Pasquale didn't play it because he thought it was going to be an icing. Instead, it's taken and cleared out of the zone by the Crunch. Dumont has it. He's in shorthanded. Cuts in front, backhand, forehand. He scores! Second shorthanded goal of the game for the Crunch. It's 7-1 with 12:08 left in the third period. That's a great goal from Gabriel Dumont, and the Crunch have a 7 spot on the Comets. 7-1, 12:08 to go in the third period. Corey Conacher scored a shorthanded goal in the second period. Dumont scores shorthanded here in the third. And it's a 7-1 Crunch lead. Made a great play. It was just thrown ahead, and Dumont was behind the defense. On his forehand, he went quickly to the backhand, back to the forehand, and tucked it home. Gabriel Dumont has had a great year, and he's just such a dangerous player shorthanded for the Crunch. And it is now a 7-1 Crunch lead. The Crunch have gone a while without a shorthanded goal. We'll get to that in a moment. Well, they've got two tonight. Comets gain the line, and it's poked ahead by Boris Kachuk. Held at the blue line now. It's a lead pass to Taylor Radish. Radish right wing side. He's got Kachuk cutting. Radish for Kachuk. He scores! Making a third shorthanded goal for the Crunch. 8-1 with 11:43 to go in the third period. Fifth assist of the game for Taylor Radish. Kachuk's got another point tonight, and it's 8-1 Syracuse with 11:43 to go in the third period. Second consecutive shorthanded goal on the same penalty, and the Crunch have an 8-1 lead. Radish to Kachuk, a familiar refrain over the years. And the rookies convert again. A 5-assist performance for Taylor Radish tonight. It's 8-1 Syracuse with 11:35 to go in the third period. Boris Kachuk gets another shorthanded goal. It's his third shorty of the season. Back to the left side, Reed Boucher steps and shoots it, a save by Pasquale. So 3 shorthanded goals on the season for Boris Kachuk. Meanwhile, Gabriel Dumont scores shorthanded. It's his second shorthanded goal of the season. And wow, I mean, the Crunch are just putting out a show tonight. 8-1 with 11:25 left in the third period. Face-off won by the Crunch. It goes in behind. By the way, 10 is the franchise record for the Crunch in terms of goals in a game. They've done that a few times. And here come the Comets from right to left. It is Breezewine, drops it off in the neutral zone. Boucher from right to left into the offensive zone. Left wing side, McEwen down the left wing circle. Poked off his stick. It goes in behind, up the far side. There is Dahlin. Steps to the right wing circle. Cuts in front. Broken up and cleared out of the zone down the ice. Power play is over. Good penalty kill for Syracuse. They score twice. Short-handed on the same penalty. And lead 8-1 with 10:45 to go in the third period. This is an unusual lopsided game in this series. Usually the games are very tight. Now the Crunch won 4-0 in Utica earlier this year. Crunch have the possession in the defensive zone right now. Picked up here by Cal Foot, and it's cleared out of the zone down the ice. Rolls towards an icing. Oh, they call an icing on that play, which is remarkable. Jagger Dirk was right there to play the puck, and it was whistled down, and Ken Klee is a little frustrated at the Crunch bench. It is an 8-1 Crunch lead with 10:52 left in the third period. Great performance tonight by the Crunch. Boris Kachuk gets his third goal of this season, shorthanded goal of this season, and he has had a very strong game for the Crunch, as we have talked about. Faceoff will be at the left wing circle. It is a win by the Crunch in the defensive zone. Cameron Gauntz tries to clear ahead. His brother was the guy who went off into the dressing room for the Comets a little earlier. That was Brandon Gauntz, who went off after the Crunch scored that shorthanded goal. And there's a takeaway by the Comets and a shot from the left side from Arsenault, who's got the only goal of the game for Utica. Now a right point shot is gloved down by Pasquale with 10:07 left in the third period. Crunch leading 8-1. So it'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Comets once again. 8-1 Syracuse lead. Shots are 36-28. Crunch have connected all night tonight. 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second, 2 goals here in the third. The 2 third period goals, both on the same Comets power play. Crunch have three shorthanded goals in the game tonight. Face-off won by Syracuse. Far side, it's clipped ahead. Down the far boards and out of the zone. Down the ice. Jagger Dirk will take it. He's pressured. Radish in pursuit. There is Carter Verhaeghe. Out in front for Dumont. Rolls it towards the crease. Wide right. Picked up by Cyphers. Poked off his stick by Taylor Radish. It comes in behind. Played by Cam Darcy. Goes to the far side. Stick handles up the boards. Gets it past Radish and out of the zone. Carter Verhaeghe tracks it down and plays it back into the defensive zone for Dominic Machine. 9:35 to go in the third period. It is an 8-1 Crunch lead. Jagger Dirk has it. Lead pass comes to Cam Darcy. Tries to split the D. Gets in and then poked away. Good recovery by Ben Thomas. Crunch have possession. Thomas, good move past Darcy. Gets out of the zone. Floats it for Ross Colton. Into the offensive zone. Colton rolls it down low. Played by Kubikov in the trapezoid. Keeps it moving near side. And it's chipped up ahead. Comets are out of the zone. Batted down by Alex Barry-Belay. 8 goals tonight for the Crunch. Remarkable that Alex Barry-Belay does not have a point tonight. Of all the players, you'd expect he'd be right among the leaders for the Crunch to score because he's been so prolific here at his rookie season. The puck is sent down the ice. Eddie Pasquale will play it, and it's nothing against his game tonight. It's been fine. Here's a strange angle shot from Dahlin. It was turned aside by Pasquale. Just hasn't been involved in the offense for the Crunch. But here he comes. He pedals his way through the neutral zone. Passes left side, Andrioff. In, shoot, save. Rebound, another save by Kubikov. Andrioff trying to snap the schneid in terms of his goal scoring as well. Finally has an assist tonight. He assisted on that goal from Gabriel Dumont a moment ago. That goal was from Andrioff and Gauntz. Then Kachuk gets his goal from Radish and Cal Foot. 5 assists tonight for Taylor Radish. Boris Kachuk has a goal and 2 assists, his first 3-point game. Carter Verhaeghe has 2 goals. Cal Foot a goal and an assist. Gabriel Dumont 1 goal, 2 assists. Great balance tonight by the Crunch. Up and down the Syracuse lineup. Points across the board essentially, but leaders, Taylor Radish 5 assists tonight. Boris Kachuk drives down low, feeds it for Andrioff right wing side, flips it to the center point. High slot now, Gauntz shoots blocked by Carter Banks, and he'll pass it out of the zone. Chipped ahead by McMaster. Make that McEwen a 15 out of 19. Puck is taken but turned over by the Crunch. Right wing side, Cole Lynn now swept away from him. Kachuk between the legs. Nice pass to Andrioff. He's got space left wing side over the line. Fires a shot at a glove save made by Kubikov with 8:06 to go in the third period. Sarcastic cheer from the folks in Syracuse with the Crunch leading 8-1. 8:06 left in the third period. We'll step aside. Back in a moment on ESPN Radio. We are back here in Syracuse. The Crunch leading the Comets 8-1 here tonight. And a great performance by Syracuse. They have dominated the Comets. It's the second time this season the Crunch have scored 8 goals. It's the second time in a couple weeks the Crunch have scored 8 goals. Did it in Toronto to begin that 5-game road trip. Right wing side, Dominic Machine winds and shoots in a glove save made by Kubikov. 7:53 left in the third period, 8-1 lead for the Crunch. So Syracuse now twice this season has hit the 8-goal mark. Last year they did it once. That was in Belleville in December last year. But this offense has just been prolific for the Crunch. And again, we talk about the balance on this team up and down the lineup. Now, Ben Grew the other day, a few weeks ago, said he's not sure if there's depth on this team because he can't necessarily put one guy in a different place and it all works. But the last couple of games, he's been flopping positions, and no matter who's with who, it seems to be working right now. And it's been a great run for the Crunch here offensively tonight for sure. 8-1 lead. Puck is in on goal against Pasquale on a dump from the defensive zone by the Comets. They'll cover it up with 7.5 minutes to go in the third period. Folks, for the best breakfast or lunch in downtown Syracuse, you got to stop by Panini's on Harrison Street, just a block away from the War Memorial Arena. Panini's has delicious handcrafted paninis on irresistible focaccia bread, large salads, and a whole lot more. Drop it today and try all of their great stuff. Chicken pesto is the personal favorite up here in the broadcast booth, but they've got some great salads as well. Puck comes down the ice into the offensive zone for the Crunch. So you got to check out Panini's right downtown here in Syracuse. Lead pass out of the reach. Now a takeaway by Radish, right wing side. Tries to toe drag, couldn't quite do it. Boy, has he had a game tonight. 5 assists for Taylor Radish. Puck comes ahead down the ice. It's Archibald. A shot turned aside by Pasquale. Archibald and Labrie were step for step down the ice. Crunch take possession near the blue line with 7 minutes to go in the third period and an 8-1 lead. Verhaeghe carries it over the line. Drops it off for Ben Thomas. Checked from behind by Kiro. Or Thomas had a great look in this slot. Couldn't tee up the shot on the drop pass from Carter Verhaeghe, though. Still looking for his first goal of this season. 6:45 left of the third. It's an 8-1 Crunch lead. Near side for Jagger Dirk. Off the glass and out of the zone. Arsenault moves it further for McMaster. It's loose in the defensive zone, and it's quickly flung out of the zone by the Crunch. Far side, Graham bangs it into the neutral ice again. Down the right wing, it's Cole Lynn. Finds McMaster. Shoots off the post. Rebound left wing side. McEnany fires. Turned aside by Pasquale. Crunch get possession. And it's Cameron Gauntz. Hard cross-ice pass to Olivier Archambault. Poked right off his stick by Arsenault. And the Comets come right back into the offensive zone in transition, but it's a delayed offside. It is instead whistled down. It'll be an icing against the Comets. It was sent from the defensive zone, and the Comets were in on an offside play anyway, so it turns into an icing with 6:10 left in the third period, and the Crunch leading 8-1. Radish at the left wing circle. Barry Belay to his right. Volkov to his left. Clean win. Machine shoots. Blocked by Arsenault. Left wing side, it's Nolan Valou. He sends it down through the crease. It comes all the way through to the near side blue line. Machine is there. Gets clipped up high by Arsenault. And the puck is out of their zone. Nolan Valou way back in the first period opened the scoring. 4:11 into the game. Look at all the highlights in our shootout show, which is coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game. Andy Andrioff will be our guest downstairs in the basement of the War Memorial Arena. Hope if you're here in the arena, you can join us for that. As the puck deflects off the left wing glass in the offensive zone for the Crunch. It's sent towards the slot of the Comets. Shoot it down the ice, looking for a home run pass. It's Brendan Gaughan's back out there for Utica. So apparently whatever ailment he had on that Comets power play is A-OK. He's back out there for Utica. Puck comes out of the zone. Here comes Andrioff. Could have a breakaway. Left wing side. He's picked up by Brisebois. Good back check by Brisebois, who jams in the left wing boards. Brisebois a couple of times tonight here in the third period alone has negated potential Crunch breakaways with some good speed. Puck is sent to the blue line. Conacher has it for the Crunch. Wheels it back for Hubert Labrie. Left wing side. He'll float it down the left wing boards into the offensive zone. Kachuk gets there against Brisebois. They jam there in the left pie slice. It trickles loose to a battle between Bluegis and Andrioff. Andrioff gets toppled over by Bluegis. That battle continues in the trapezoid. Finally, it squirts loose. Andrioff gives a little whack to Bluegis. The puck to the right point. Thomas passes. Conacher shoots. Save made. Rebound left wing side. 4:40 to go. Third period. 8-1 Crunch. Puck gets through. Boris Kachuk through the trapezoid and out of the zone. Conacher slides it for Andrioff. Right back to Conacher. Right wing side over the line. Stick check by Dahlin. Conacher battling forward in the circle. Comes back and it's just swept away from Cole Lynn past Troy Bourke. Lynn gains the line. 2-on-2. A shot from the right circle is stopped again by Pasquale. 4:20 left in the third period. Well, it's been a one-sided game, but Eddie Pasquale has been very solid in net tonight for the Crunch. 8-1 Syracuse will step aside. Back with the rest of our third period in a moment on ESPN Radio. 4:20 left, third period, a one-sided affair tonight. It's 8-1 Crunch on this Friday night. Syracuse on the way to a fourth consecutive victory. This one has been a clean bill of health from start to finish for the Crunch. Down the right wing, it's Troy Bourke in the offensive zone. He has his first goal of the season tonight. Comes back to the right point, Cal Foote, a multi-point performance for the second game in a row. Troy Bourke is in behind. Now passes it for Ross Colton. Gets it to the right point, Cal Foote. Holds the line for the Crunch. Has space. Fires. He scores! Back-to-back multi-goal games for Cal Foote. A perfect shot again. Goes off the crossbar and in, and it's 9-1 Crunch with 3:58 to go in the third period. Now, Cal Foote has 4 goals in the last 2 games. 3 points tonight. And his game continuing to elevate. It's a 9-1 lead, an 8-goal lead for the Crunch. And Syracuse just continues to pour it on this Friday night, trying to creep closer and closer to that franchise mark of 10 goals. Got it twice. And they're oh so close right now, and it's a 3-goal period for the third time tonight. It's been just a balanced game for the Crunch. Here is Nolan Valou down the right wing. At the right wing circle. Has possession for the Crunch. Leaves it there, right wing side for Archambault. Archambault for Nolan Valou. Valou passes left wing side. Dominic Machine down the left wing boards. He goes down low. Towards the right corner. Shoots. Stopped. Rebound out in front. Radish jams it on net and a save by Kubikov. The Crunch are not letting up at all. And they continue to pressure. They have a 9-1 lead with 3:29 left here in the third period and came close to a 10th. My goodness, has this been a great performance by the Crunch tonight. It'll be an offensive zone face-off again for Syracuse. Face-off at the left circle. Troy Bourke gets thrown out. Kachuk and Jan are there as well. Kachuk will come in to take the face-off. And it is a win by the Crunch. Labrie shoots wide. The rebound into the right wing corner. There is Troy Bourke for the Crunch. 3:20 left in the third period. 9-1 Syracuse. It's a tie-up in the right wing corner right now. Battling for it. Jan goes after it against Caro. It comes loose up the near boards for Troy Bourke. Spins away from a hit attempt from Dylan Blugis. Gets rammed there in the right wing corner. Up the wall, near side, Ben Thomas. Looks, shoots wide left. It kicks up the boards. Stopped by Kachuk left wing side. In the left wing corner. Now Caro hits him. It goes into the left corner once again. Those battle for possession continues. It's played up ahead of the far side, and it's out of the zone. Maybe a 2-on-1, but the Crunch are getting back defensively. Caro right wing side, backhands it across, broken up by either Pasquale or Labrie. Two stinks are both in the area. Far side, Reed Boucher out in front. This one is paddled away with authority by Eddie Pasquale. And the Crunch break from left to right. Archambault near the blue line, broken up. The Crunch get it back. Right wing side, Ross Colton into the offensive zone to the right wing circle. Out in front, it comes a shot. Oh, how did that one not go in? Taylor Radish right out in front with a golden scoring chance. 2:20 left in the third period, 9-1 Crunch. Battling for it, Radish comes away with it, left wing side, centers broken up. Radish again on his backhand of the right wing circle. Again, a 5-point performance tonight for Taylor Radish. Down low it comes, wide right. Up the far boards, Lucas Yashik is there for the Comets. He's out of the zone, picked up by Archambault on a back check. Archambault flicks it back in for the Crunch. Syracuse leads 9-1 with under 2 minutes to play here in the third period. Comets break from right to left through the neutral zone. It is Cole Lind, now Carter Banks, and Lind once again, he'll dump it in. 1:45 left in the third period. It is 9-1 Crunch. Puck comes across the ice. Dennis Jan is there, picked up by Alex Volkov. Volkov down the right wing, shovels it in. He'll go in pursuit against McEnany. Shoulders him there in the right wing corner with 90 seconds to go. Bourke across. Jan fires. He scores! It's a 10 spot for the Crunch. 10-1, 1:28 to go in the third period. Dennis Jan gets the goal for the Crunch, and Syracuse continues to pour it on late in the third period. Wow, this has been some kind of show tonight for the Crunch. Lopsided affair for sure, but the Crunch have been dominant since the start. They had the first 6 shots on goal of the game. They scored on that 6th shot, and they have not looked back since. And so it is a 10-1 Syracuse lead. Taylor Radish will flick the puck into the offensive zone. 1:20 to go in the third period. 10-1 Crunch. Across the ice to McEnany. Left wing side, it's lifted into the offensive zone. Far side, there is Ross Colton. Couldn't quite get there. It comes back to the blue line, long shot, fought off by Pasquale. Far side, McMaster. Stick handles and gets away from Ross Colton and then picks it back up with a minute to go in the third period. Crunch leading 10-1. Along the blue line, good move by Graham. Stick handles down low, shoots. Turned aside but again by Pasquale. Crunch have 40 shots on goal. They have scored on a quarter of their shots. 10 goals on 40 shots. McEnany back to the high slot. Graham once again passes across. One-timer again turned away by Pasquale. 30 seconds to go in the third period. It's a 10-1 Crunch lead. Graham right back ahead. Here is Dahlin left wing side at the circle. Throws it down low. Just misses with Cole Lind. Far side, it's back to the blue line out of the zone. 20 seconds to go here in the third. Dumped back in by the Comets. Rimmed around the roulette wheel near side. Ben Thomas nearly got clipped up high. The puck comes back through the Crunch's slot. 10 seconds to go. They're on their feet at the War Memorial Arena. Troy Bourke carries ahead. 5 seconds remaining. He's over the line. Shoots one. It's blocked. And that will do it. It's a 10-1 rout. The Crunch over the Comets. Syracuse from start to finish absolutely took it to the Comets tonight. 10-1 is your final score as the Crunch just pour it on. 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second, 4 goals in the third, and the Crunch have taken this one 10-1 after that 4-goal third period. What a win for the Crunch. It's their 4th win in a row. They have now 2 wins in 3 games against the Comets. These two teams will play a lot, and you know there will be a response by the Comets the next time they play next week. But for sure, the Crunch will take it. They'll take the 10-1 win tonight, and they'll take a 4-game winning streak into tomorrow against the Springfield Thunderbirds. What a performance by the Crunch tonight. They win it 10-1 inside the War Memorial Arena. Okay, we'll step aside here from Syracuse. When we come on back, we'll have our shootout show from the basement of the War Memorial Arena. We'll be joined by Crunch forward Andy Andrioff. He got in there with an assist tonight, but so much production across the Crunch lineup. He had 1 assist on the night tonight. He'll join us on the other side of the break as our shootout show gets underway from the basement of the War Memorial Arena. Final score tonight, the Crunch 10 and the Comets 1. Our shootout show is next on ESPN Radio.